just in case, should I
There we
start
go.
recording or
Yeah,
yeah,
just
yeah, just in case.
like
I
blows up the computer.
uh, let me. Where's? Wait, I don't have my Twitch link active. Oh Lord. Oh, you got it. Damn.
Mhm.
All right.
Don't worry about it.
Should I put the tier list thing in like the same tab as the?
Yeah, same tab. Yeah, we can just
Okay.
tab between both.
So
Okay.
were you guys
I
like looking
already
at the teams and then like ranking them afterwards, or you ranking them as you go?
ranking them as we go. I think, right?
Yeah.
Uh, that's cool.
I already know. We don't gotta really look too hard. This goes bottom.
Damn.
Look, you're gonna see the reasons why, Atad. It's just, just trust me. Wait, where's the other
Oh,
one? It's pink
the stream
screen.
is currently blacked out, right? Or like the screen is black right
The
now.
screen black, bro.
Yeah,
Huh? Let me see. Why? Is it window
not
category?
too sure.
Wait, it looks fine for me.
Oh, it might just be glitched on my end. Hold on, let me refresh. Oh, it is glitched on my end. Okay, I lied.
Okay.
Sorry. That looks good. They can see the tier maker. Okay.
Okay, they can
All right,
see
cool,
the
cool,
tier
cool.
maker. We're just gonna. Oh, and this is Clockworks, right?
Yes,
This is this logo.
we could. Yeah, there will be a VOD. Severus, there will be a VOD. This time there will be one.
Okay.
Surely, surely.
Surely.
All right, exactly.
Okay, just let
I
me just
bet.
make sure. That is not Clockworks team. Where is it? There it is. Bottom three, ladies and gentlemen. We have them here.
Keep it going with Jets.
we can't we gotta lead up to those though, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just putting down
Yeah.
my raw ideas because I saw all these teams and I made sure that my draft was good into most of them.
Uh,
So yeah.
understandable. Hi, Seawees.
Alright,
What's up? I was starting.
alright. So introduction. This beautiful voice that you hear is me, Emmanuel. Then we got Neku.
What's
Then we
up?
have our usual Seawees and our guest
Hello.
today, Atad,
I go.
the GOAT. 2 seasons back to back, by the way. Two-time champion. Jesus.
Glaze,
Glaze,
but
glaze,
deserved
glaze.
glaze, honestly. All right, I'm
Alright.
ready when you guys are.
Team number one, Wolfman. Pull Sneasler plus a Gliscor.
Mhm. Let me get
Let's,
the Terras up. One
yeah.
second. The NC's Fairy Water Steel and the Meloetta is normal ground fairy.
Normal ground
All right.
fairy. I, hmm, this is probably like one of the mid-pack teams. I'm not gonna lie,
Mhm.
but I think it's a super hyper offense based, which is good, I think. Like for this
Uh-huh.
format, I don't think this team really needs removal, because it could just run boots pretty well and it wouldn't care. Um,
Yeah.
two fucking amazing Terra captains, Malaweta, DNC, both of them rob games pretty easily. Zerud is interesting, but Zerud is good overall. It's a great mon. Could SD
Yeah.
sweep, could run Scarf, could could run bulky sets, pretty good. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, the main critic is just like, what's his switch into like low key Tusk or some shit, or
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
just something hazard stacking versus it beyond that.
There's no like.
If
Oh, go ahead.
God,
I was just
I
gonna
was
say
gonna,
there's no direct way to threaten the grounds. Anyways, you're continuing to go. Sorry.
I was gonna say it feels like bulky offense, but it's not like actually that bulky. Like a lot
Mhm.
of these
Yeah.
mods are like your like what you have as like your secondary tag. Like there's not a lot of like I feel like you just overpower it really easily.
That's fair. Yeah. There's no like definitive wall. There's a lot of checks,
Yeah,
but not like
because
anything. Yeah.
Like Gliscor, Rotom, Heat, and Poyon, you can just boost past all three pretty easily. And like Diance's kind of that, but it gets chipped by hazards really easily, and he doesn't have removal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also
This does look
kind
like
of
boots.
wish he had like another water. I don't know. Like Emp is
Oh yeah,
good, but
because
like I don't really visualize it as like your main water type of your draft.
yeah, it's also the only fire resist is heat, which means yeah, you do kind of want double water with hemp usually,
Yeah.
or like another resist.
But I mean
I
he has
guess
the
the NC is
anti,
one, but it's kind of
yeah.
fake.
Yeah, it is kind of fake.
That's true.
I mean,
Um,
eh,
oh, it does have Terra Water.
yeah, it has Terra water. That's what I was saying. It's not like super fake, but like it's mostly gonna be offensive. Like I don't see like how you
Should be
could
short.
run like the ANSI to like always switch in. It's one of those ones
Hmm.
that like maybe it'll take 1 2 hits if it's gonna go for hazard stacking and then like
Yeah.
die. So eh.
Hmm. Yeah, this team is just boot spam. Just run that every week. One thing I will say though is I would kind of like if Cryogonal had the Terra here because without Terra it like is never real. Like no one's gonna respect Cryogonal without Terra. And I think Meloetta's like base typing here is kind of fine like how it is right now because it does kind of alleviate Empoleon from being the psychic answer because you're not gonna bring Zarude every week because I don't know the typing is kind of on Zarude usually. So yeah, that's just my opinion though.
Yeah, it's a team that's also weak to like U-turn,
Oh
U-turn
yeah.
volt stuff. Cause like
Mhm.
outside of Gliscor, like I'm gonna just click volt switch for free on this.
Dude, low
Mhm.
kicks actually goes crazy here.
Yeah, that
I thought yeah, it's like
priority also goes
SD.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Now that you say it, yeah.
Oh true.
Like H arc would eat this draft alive. Cause they just click
Oh yeah.
CC, head smash, and then like extreme speed on anything else. That's
Hmm.
ridiculous. Yeah. Overall, though, it's probably one of the mid-pack drafts. It's probably gonna do really good this season because he already beat Wits, I think, week 1. From what I saw, was it
Yeah.
him? Yeah.
He brought
Uh,
that imprisoned Dusclops. That's cool.
yeah. I'll go more in depth with that later in the week. But that
Mhm.
was a great game, and that shit just shows like offense out the ass, fucking wins in Paldea.
Yeah,
And
pivot your guy in when
yeah.
you have three great guys that do that.
Anyways, next to Sar. I
Oh, we can
Oh,
let's put the team in like C tier, the on the tier list.
oh yeah,
Or we could
Wolfgang.
put like middle to pack. Yeah.
I'd say at least B. I think it's good.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, yeah.
What's his logo again? Let me just. Oh, okay. Is
I
it?
forgot.
It's
It's
this
the
one.
rubber ducklet. Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay.
All right, we can go back to Czar's team. This shit is, I don't know, man.
A weird
it
pick.
seems kind of all over the place. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the gambit is there.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't know what the
understand
fuck
it.
this is. I'm gonna
Yeah,
keep it a buck. I saw this and I thought it was personally one of the worst drafts. Hold on. Let me just put my Discord on thing.
I will say I used Gouge, Gambit, Terra Shaman last season. I'm just saying. No, I'm kidding. No, I think the problem with Gambit here is like, as Weezing Galar is your only fairy resist is like a death sentence usually because like it does not have like any spin def, and if you have to like constantly pivot it in when you're trying to use it to like wall like some physical attacker, it's gonna like die instantly. And I don't like Gambit here with I don't know, it just feels like kind of too slow for this team. You kind of want something fast, something hard hitting that isn't like bound to scarf like Lando or Shifu. I know Aleki is there, but like I don't know. I feel like this team would just benefit from like a different role
Yo,
or something that can
Enamorous is
steal.
clicking Moonblast like 5 times and winning, bro. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
other issue with this team is just like all of this is weak to hazards. Like your
Oh yeah.
removal is wheezing, which is okay. And like I guess
Hmm.
Reggie and Lecky both are okay removal, but like they're definitely not
Yeah.
consistent enough. Cause like fine, Wheezing once Wheezing dies, what stops like a Samu or like Gliscor from just getting hazards back up again, and then you
Hmm.
get knocked. Like also very weak to knock this team, cause Gambit always wants his item, which is gonna be Chopple most of the games, right?
Hmm.
Lando can get knocked because then it loses damage or it loses his scarf. Prima, I guess Prima is one of the only mons that doesn't care about knockoff, but beyond that, like all this shit just gets exploded.
Hmm.
Um, Gouging isn't really supported here because like your slow pivot is Prima and that's it. So you can't really
Yeah.
bring it in always. So You factor that in with the shitty hazard removal, like this and this. Gaijin is gonna take a million or has to run boots, which already limits all of his sets because it wants to run booster attack or band or whatever. Uh,
Yep.
that's depressing. Shifu, Shifu is weird here, but it's fine, like relatively. It
Hmm.
forces a lot of prep, but
Yeah.
eh.
Just like drop Gambit, get a steal, like another steal, I'd say.
Well,
Or
he
Yeah.
has
like a
like
board.
he has like 6 offensive guys that all want, like a spike support, but he has no spikes.
Also, I just want to say
Oh,
his shaman is the avatar, bro. Grass, water, fire as his Teras.
hell yeah. That's all you need.
That yeah.
Let's see. I'm looking at the steals
Also,
left right now.
look at
There's
the
like,
speed tiers on this though. This is kind of also bad. Cause like, yeah, you're
Yeah,
not bringing
it's
Masquerain,
really
bro.
bad.
it's a little slow. There's Skarmory. I actually do like Skarmory for this team, no cap.
Yeah,
I might
it
be
needs
insane.
more speed for sure. I think Regieleki's I hate Regieleki as a revenge killer. It's so bad.
That's
Like you
fair,
just
yeah.
lose all your momentum because they just switch out to their ground every time, and you can't do anything about it. And like
Yeah,
nothing
Hmm.
else in this team is ever revenge killing anything.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
that's my main reasoning why I think this is possibly one of the worst teams here. I think it's
yeah, like
honestly worse
Gam
than the stuff I put in the bottom here, which
that's
we'll see shortly.
like low key
It
Gambit, like is a revenge killer, but it's not doing any favors on this team specifically. Is
Yeah, I
the
mean, it has
issue.
the same problem though, where you can just switch out when it tries to. Like you have to get so many turns right with this team because it's just like all
Yeah,
50-50s.
facts.
It has no momentum basically, and yeah, Gambit isn't doing the OU shit. Like maybe it could sucker 1v1 6 mons, maybe, but it doesn't have Terra.
Hmm.
Uh, Gambit's also like your rocker. Let's talk about that real quick. There's no hazards on this team, so you're already kind of forced to play like
Oh,
this kind of slow game where like you
yeah,
switch around, you try to defog, keep hazards off to let Gaojin win or like Shifu win basically. But your rocker is Lando plus Gambit.
yeah. And Lando's locked to the scarf usually most
Yeah,
weeks.
and Gambit has to run Defiant because it wants to prevent its rocks from getting off the opponent's side,
Yep.
which is
Like,
yeah, this
yeah.
is it's a limited team. Like he
I
I'm
kind of
gonna
limited it. Yeah,
oh, what's up, Stevie?
I'm gonna advocate for the Skarmory at this point. Yeah, the
yeah.
Oh
hazards.
yeah.
Put
I was
the
just peeping. Yeah,
it's
get some
gonna sell
Skarmory
it.
on this team.
Let
That
me
shit,
hold on.
because it
Let me
deals
just.
with the grounds like easier. I was also gonna say Shaman. It does have like baton pass, but from my memory, I never like
You're
really
never
ran it
picking
that
it.
much
Yeah.
because yeah, you're never running it. I'd rather do some other shit like
Also,
because you're
like
like seed flare. I
yeah.
go ahead.
No, bro, it's just like Shaman. Shaman is also like his best scarfer basically, aside from
Hmm.
Shifu. You know how
Oh,
bad that
true.
is,
Yeah.
low key? Like, like Shaman already has a limited coverage and limited damage because his base 100. So your best
Hmm.
revenge killer can't kill unless it's
Yeah.
arrows, which I guess that's fixable, but I don't like that. I'm gonna be honest.
Also commit seed flare.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, you're putting your whole game on Shaman's back with base 85, by the way. Like, okay.
Yeah. I'd say like this is like a D or F low key. Like maybe like low D.
Yeah, just a bunch of good mons, but he just slapped it together. Just slapped them in there.
Hmm.
I mean, I
It's
feel like
missing like
it has win cons. Like it's not. It's
oh
like
for sure, yeah.
bad, but there's probably gonna be something worse.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cheese. There's a lot of cheese value here.
Yeah. Like Gambit could win games, low key.
Yeah, for sure, it can win games, but it's never. I mean, it's gonna be Supreme Overlord most of the time then, based off that.
Yeah.
Cause like you're never gonna set hazards with this team, and then you're gonna run boots on everything. Cause
Hmm.
somebody's gonna like look. Wheezing isn't even a real grounded poison because it has to run neutralizing gas to be a grounded poison. So then you just become
Oh
fucking
true.
ground weak. So now your Lando is switching in to the best ground types in the format that all have ice coverage. So then what does it run? Yachi Berry? And then lose out on damage with Lorb? That sounds awful. Like
Hmm.
like what stops me from just setting T-Spikes and clicking knockoff into this?
Yeah. That's the one
Anyway,
thing I don't like about using as your poison, because sometimes you'll run into that issue. So yeah, I think like F or bottom of D tier is where this could go on the tier list for now.
but for sure though,
We
Shifu
even
could
have
win
him here.
games. Huh?
Oh yeah. All right.
Alex. Oh wait, what's the SARS logo? Let me just peep it. Yeah, he the Gaijin. Yeah, bro got his mascot, but decided to not build around it. So yeah, you're going right there, Bucko. Look at that.
Oh. All right. I was peeping Baldur's team. I don't want to look at it again. Yeah, this shit is funny. This looks cool,
This
but like
is
I don't know.
I
I'll
don't
talk
like the
to it
no
when we
Terra
finish.
call.
I was just about to say. Anyways, you can go, Emmanuel. Good.
bro. I so Tour is cool, right? It's your ground
Uh,
type that
yeah,
Terra's out of his typing because it doesn't want to be a ground type or a grass type. So
yep.
that's already a interesting one, right? No Terra cool. That's awful. Like you're forcing it to go boots and then spin every week. So one of your best defensive mons because Mandibus is kind of garbage because it's
Mhm.
kind of impossible to bring into most games. You
It
would
really
end up,
is. Yeah.
yeah, it would you would end up bringing Cole. Like this is basically your hazard control for the most part,
Hmm.
right? Cinderace in this team is like functioning more as a breaker than it is as like support. I would say because like it's breaking the steals and stuff. Eh,
Hmm.
mm, let me. Just give me 1 second to think about this. This is your only Rilla answer, basically, because Golden Goal is inconsistent. Yo, Rilla Boom 6-0's this shit.
Oh,
Damn.
doesn't Metapod just wallet?
It does. Yeah,
Yeah, it
but you just U turn
does.
out on it. But like still.
I think roll move's fake.
Oh damn. Now I was just thinking like the thing with the issue with this team, it also feels like it has no hazards, which is weird. Like Tor, if it runs like offensive, means it's never rocking. Colossal, if it's never Terra, never comes. And Glamora does not always want to be rocks because it wants to have spikes or T spikes or do the offensive set. So sometimes the Golden Go will just be there without blocking any hazards, which is kind of lame. I don't know. And then
Yeah.
Ace kind of has weird synergy on this team a little bit. I don't know, like I guess like it is strong like as like speed control, I guess. But I don't know, Golden Go and Cinderace next to each other just feel weird to me. I don't know.
I mean, it's alright.
It's like
Because
I
for the
think
matchups
yeah,
that you're not defogging, you could, and like someone stacking hazards versus you, you could just always court change, which is the one
yeah.
benefit of having it.
Hmm.
I like the first five if you take away Amanda Buzz. After that, I don't really understand any of it.
Uh,
Like I think like Torterra, I don't know. I think he's just not that good. And then Porygon 2 is like whatever here. Like it's not really you have like an offensive draft and they just have like a Porygon 2 on it. It's just not really doing much.
yeah. Okay, I know we say speed tiers are fake, but I want you to look at the gap between 86 and 116. That
Yeah,
is yeah, that's awful.
this might be the one team where Gaijin Fire is probably gonna go defensive and just fucking click DD 2 times and win.
Yeah. You have a
Uh,
gap between like 100s and 110s. Yeah, that's bad.
yeah. I think that Glamora is actually a good pick though for him here, cause like you could hazard stacking with Golden Goal is always a good thing, but Glamora isn't like this sounds crazy, but Glamora isn't that good at setting hazards in draft. That set is never consistent. It's actually by far the most inconsistent shit in draft. I think that Corrosion is probably his best set.
I agree, yeah.
Um,
Like when I used Labora, its best sets came from not like I would bring like toxic spiky shield spikes and then like power gem or something with black flash and a bulky
yeah.
defensive set. That's like the fun one. The other sets are
Torterra is like
like
glue. Torterra is the glue, low
yeah,
key, for this, cause like it Terra's
yeah,
gets rid of his shitty typing, goes Iron Defense, Body Press, EQ into most teams. It's not
mhm,
bad. There's
yeah,
definitely no. I don't think it's bad though. I don't think this draft is bad, cause Vile
mhm,
clutches up a lot of games for you. This good
Yeah,
Scarfers too with Golden Go Wash. Cinderace isn't like a true breaker, but it's good enough. The only thing I wish this team had was like screens. Like I wish I had
yeah,
like actual good screener, so it could set up like end games for Val Cinderace better.
yeah. And then I would also put Terra off of P2 and onto Cole, low key.
Maybe just drop the P2, but that's
Oh,
fine.
true, yeah. Because you're not really Ghost Week for P2 to come here. Without Teleport, it's too passive, I think, unfortunately. Um,
I
and you're not
mean,
really setting Trick Room for anything.
yeah, Spectre is still gonna hit the. I guess I mean without P2, I guess Spectre does hit the song and dance on you though, low
Oh,
key.
true.
Yeah. I feel like it's always good to have like a decent normal, like especially if the top tier is around like Spectre. But
Yeah.
I mean, I think you like only need it for Spectre. I'd rather just have like a Munchlax or something.
bro, he should just pick up the Porygon, the baby one,
The go.
the goat. That's the
It
best.
traces Grim Nay. Now what you doing?
Exactly, the goat. Anyways, where y'all feeling this one? I think it's like
Like bottom of B,
bottom of B.
maybe? Or C,
I was gonna
maybe.
say like
Like
I was
high.
gonna say like top of B, low key. I think it's
I'll
good.
bet.
Yeah, I
I
don't
just think
think
the
it's
last
bad.
picks
I'll say
are
middle B. I
Mid
think
B
the
is fine,
pieces
yeah?
like are
Yeah. His logo is
Here's the Servines.
Servites, yeah. We could
Okay.
do there, yeah. That's fair.
Pink Stork.
Alright. We need some peak. We need some peak.
Yo, my boy was drafting OU, and he said it too in the chat. He's going
Yeah.
for the OU meta picks.
This shit looks so cool. I was like looking at
Offensively,
this, I'm like, yeah.
offensively, I fucks with it. Cause like
Hmm.
you don't give a shit about hazards to be honest. Cause Shaman Sky is the best boots user in the planet. So that's
Hmm.
one. Terra
Yeah.
Sinistra to fucking stack your hazards with Samu. By the way, the best
True.
fucking spin blocker in the game. Amazing, right?
Yep. Chaw doesn't even need
Um,
to tear every game either, yeah.
Also, like, I like Thundy actually on this draft because of Defiant, so it
Hmm.
could go physical
Yeah.
easily with this hazard stacking type of theme.
Yep.
Um, Rachi is basically your only rocker because I don't really like Rock's Tusk. It could come in the game, but like
Yeah.
it's definitely not the best. Um,
Hmm.
Snorlax, I don't know how to feel about Snorlax though. No
That's
lie.
true, yeah.
I actually like it here.
It makes kind of sense, but I
He's
just
Fire Week without it, like pretty bad.
oh,
Yeah.
thick fat. That's a good point, yeah, because he doesn't have a dragon that kind of balance that out.
It's good against a bunch of random stuff like bundle, like random
Yeah.
ice types like Kyurem. If it goes like Terra Fairy, just sits on Kyurem.
Oh,
Which
true, yeah.
what is Terra's?
Let me peep right now.
normal
Um,
fairy ground.
yep. And the Chaw's Ghost Steel Water, which is weird that it's not fairy, because that's like its best Terra in my opinion.
Yeah, honestly, I think they should just both have Fairy. I think Terra Fairy is
Yeah,
too good.
I know. Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, the thing with like, I like the hazards here, but yeah, Tusk does not want to be rocks every week. Like, but you have Hamu to kind of balance that out. Like, you just get spikes up a wall shoot with Shaw. I like the game plan. One thing I will say, it's more of like a preference thing. I'm not a big fan of like the 8 mon, 9 mon as the shitter. You kind of like feel a little bit like congested, but I think this team like functions with just those 8 that you'll probably not feel like bored or not bored in the builder, but like limited in the builder by only like being able
Yeah.
to bring 8 real bonds. So
I like Fez too. I think by the way,
mhm.
like Fez is a great like answer into most ice types and into the format,
Oh
and
yeah,
it's also like it shuts down all of the top tier special tacklers outside of like Deoxys, which I think
yeah.
is cool. Um, yeah,
Oh, Dio would be a horrible matchup here actually.
Dio kind of gets a lick, but I
Yeah,
mean he has a Snorlax though, so
that's true. Yeah.
yeah. I like Snorlax. Yeah, actually, the more I look at it, I like Snorlax. It's a good spit death
He's just
wall,
a
and he needs it.
chill guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think the biggest problem I have with it is I feel like it needs better knockers or less
yeah.
less covert cloak, like less
hmm.
guys that lose to covert cloak. Because right now it's like Skyman, Jirachi, Sinistra, Pheasantipity. Like I feel like I can run covert cloak on like 3 of my guys.
That's true.
I mean, but like,
Yeah.
you're not really switching in on Samu though, cause like If like on the turns that you expect it to click ceaseless, it could just click knock and just blow
Yeah, but
you,
that's
bro.
it's still losing a turn to set up a spike though, because I feel like Samurai doesn't get that many turns in general.
I feel that, yeah. After using it before. Like, you usually
Yeah,
can't fit it either,
I feel that. I feel that actually. Yeah.
unfortunately.
I
Yeah,
mean,
no, I
yeah.
think it's good. I just don't think it works around Skyman that well, because like it doesn't
That's,
really pressure the covert cloakers that much.
yeah, because the steals that carry the cloak for Skyman will also have to will not switch into Tusk, will not switch into Hamu, and they usually don't switch into Dundee either. That's a good point, actually.
I guess Dundee is a knocker too.
Hmm.
It's not my favorite
Technically,
knocker,
but
but yeah.
it's kind
Yeah.
of a fake one, yeah.
I've ran a, it's he, no.
Defiant set pretty
I
well.
Yeah,
I
knockoff
yeah,
T
that's the one
Wave.
thing. Yeah, it just feels like he slapped in the Shaman, which he honestly, I guess for speed tiers you kind of need it, but like beyond that, nah, you don't really need
Mhm,
Shaman. You could be fine with just Thundy, for example, like dropping Shaman and like having Thundy be your fastest mon on your drafts.
mhm. Yeah. I think it's just like a. I don't know if it's an A. Well, it feels like an A.
It's, I would say it's top of
Maybe.
B. I don't think it's A.
That's fair, yeah.
Really,
We can,
I think
Or like low A. I think it's low A, high
yeah, it's
B.
like a low. Yeah, I feel that too.
I think it's definitely the
Maybe.
best one we've seen so far.
Oh,
Oh, for
facts.
sure. You
Whole
know
lot
what?
of mid.
Actually, some of these drafts were kind of. You know what? Hearing that logic, we're putting this shit in A. What's his
Alright,
logo?
we'll do the A for
It's
now.
this Claude's. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Okay, next is Zev. Yeah, this guy won last season in
Yeah.
Hatterene. He might be
Hmm.
cracked, but
This looks like standard tile decks.
yeah, it does.
This this is a team.
Uh, so what else could take the talking stick for this one?
I bet. I'll want me to start real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
So the first thing I noticed, I like absolutely hate looking at the defense on this team. It is disgusting. Like, name a mon that loves to face Lando T, Hydrapple, Aloe, and then like Spadef, Blastoise, or AV Muck. There's like nothing. Like, genuinely. And you could bring all six. And the roster feels like well balanced enough that you could expect just about everything or anything to come to this game, you know? Like, yeah, your only fairy resist that's real is like Metagross, but AV Muck is so bulky that like it doesn't really even matter that that it doesn't resist. It's just a good team. Um
What are the Taros on Hydrapple?
oh, I gotcha. Um Hydrapple's Dragon, Fairy Steel, and Typhlosion is Fire Ghost Grass.
Okay,
Some
and I
pretty
think both
standard
of those
stuff.
are both those are good.
Uh,
I don't really
one
see a
thing I
problem
would
with this though. I'm gonna keep it buck.
no, there is. This
The,
shit is so stupid, but how did he get away with this?
yeah,
It's just good. Like, I was thinking it's a little fighting weak, but then Hydrapple just Terra Fairies, and then well now
yeah.
it's not an issue.
I mean, yeah, you have a fucking Alamomola, bro. Like,
Yeah,
and if
that's
you
it.
don't want to look at Aloe, also Blastoise just eats CCs. Like, and it just flips
Hmm.
out, and then you bring in the Mon that's faster than the fighting type, and you kill it.
Yeah, and
Um,
I like that
mhm.
Blastoise is here because Aloe doesn't always want to be sped up for like certain mons. You can run Aloe as physical and then Blastoise as the Spadef wall for each some weeks. So that's cool.
Also he has a fucking mug, a Alolan mug, by the way,
It
which is
actually
like the best
the Muck
Pokemon
actually goes
ever.
crazy here.
Yeah.
It does, yeah. It's great glue. Look at the hazards too. Three great rockers. It's so
Does Braviary
beautiful.
get the fog?
Braviary?
Yes, it
Yeah,
does.
it
Yeah, it
does.
does.
Don't
You know
Okay.
sleep
what's
on
crazy?
Braviary though.
I
That's
gave
a
him this pick. He was like, "Yo, someone just
oh
someone pick the last mon for me," and I just slapped in the Braviary. I was like, "Oh, this looks
now
cool."
Braviary is dope.
Yeah.
It gets Defiant, Sheer Force, like it's got sauce. It could like Sheer Force with Body Slam is, and then it gets like something else. I know it gets like some coverage. Let me look it up. It's like it's cool, huh?
It's not horrible for sure. It's just not
Yeah.
anything to rave about. But
Hmm.
let's see. I don't. The one thing I will say is weak to knockoff for sure.
Oh yeah.
Like
Well,
if hazards go up versus this team, they're probably gonna stay up, low key.
true. Yeah.
But
Toys is a little too passive to get the spin off some games. Not gonna lie. Sometimes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I feel.
Hmm.
Let me see. Also, like, hmm, I guess it's not weak to flying necessarily, but like, it is kind of weak to one mono specific, which is like Torn, I would say.
Oh yeah, no. Tor gets a lick on this too.
But then like he has Muck, so it's fixable. Yeah,
He gets the Tor knocks Mook, but then it has to run knock, so
yeah.
you too
I
like
honestly think though, this is like probably one of the best drafts, probably easily a top five in my opinion.
all facts. Yeah.
It has a lot of synergy, honestly. I love the Terra captains. They break amazingly. And well,
Hmm.
they frustrate you because he could just like there's a week where he could really just bring fat. Like Wish pass Aloe
Yeah.
into Metagross, Metagross breaks, and then you had to deal with the regen core. It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Like three bulky guys and then plus a little muck. Like, come on.
Yeah, I really like this draft.
Mhm.
This is like what, S or A? Or top of A?
I say ass.
Yeah.
We could keep it an S for now, yeah. And then if we see anything that's like better, we can move it down. But this is an
Okay.
S.
This one. Holy shit. Yeah.
One of them ones.
This is one of them ones.
Oh,
I feel like
the
those last like few mons feel.
I know. I was
Like
They
like,
Terra
where are
they
you
Toadscruel,
should
I
have
going?
also don't
shouldn't
see why you wouldn't
exist.
put it on like Galvantula or something, because like
Where-
Toadscruel doesn't benefit from Terra, and it okay, I mean it does, but not really, and it like can function
Oh,
on its somewhat on its own without Terra,
Bro,
I
and
why
the
was
the
looking
fuck
at
is we
Galvantula
this.
going
just
Teratoscrew when we have our Believer?
The,
the
I was
Galvantula
looking
just
at.
can't do anything very well without Terra, in
I,
my opinion.
I was looking at this team and I was like, yo, click Volt Switch of this and you win. Like,
Yo,
Why is
Volturn is
why is
crazy.
there a Gargantual here? What is that guy
I
doing
know.
on the team?
Yo,
It's not
I
Like,
even
think
what
like
does
a
he
just
do
fire
that nothing else
resist
here does?
either.
I
Yeah.
think it's just here to piss the opponents off. I think that was the goal of the pick.
Force cloaks, that's fair. But like, it's just it feels like no defensive roles. It's just there, you know? Like
Yeah, like he
you're
has a
fine.
rocker. Good.
Yeah.
yo, this is
Oh,
like
sorry.
this is like I brought like OU type shit. Like here, I slapped on Kiram. I brought Garganacl, but I can't Terra. Now I'm just gonna click. Uh,
We should allow Terra Guard this season.
nah, bro. Terra Garg isn't even broken in draft. I just think it's just annoying, more than it
That's
just being
fair.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause you just damn, you don't encore this shit, do you? Can it get encored? Is it like good? Is it like good as
Yes, it
gold?
can.
It can.
It can
Yeah.
get
Okay.
Encore, yeah.
Yeah. No. Uh,
Just the
it has
worst.
you know what? Surprisingly, it has a good defensive core though. I'll give it that. Like
Mhm. Ground,
Clef
a little ground
Arbo,
weak though. Actually, not bad.
Clef
Bravo.
Arbo, Heatran. Those are
Yeah.
really annoying together. I mean, it is weak to ground
Mhm.
actually.
No, it actually is ground weak.
Like every good ground
Like
type in
even
this format sweeps it. Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, even with Arbalova, like you really need a ground immunity that's not regular Rotom.
Especially with
Because
Heat
like
Ray.
you don't want to let any of the ground types run choice items because they're all like insane with a choice item.
Yeah.
Like if you
Like
let the Garchomp run a Scarf.
Yeah.
you don't switch into the grounds, but you do like scare them a shit ton with Palaf and Kuro.
That's
Like,
true.
I
I mean, I
I'm
think
mean,
not
it's
gonna.
like the offensive grounds are like the problem, like a
yeah.
Tosscapper and
also
Garchomp, that sort of stuff.
just quick point. This whole team, its fastest mon is Galvantula. So
Yeah,
you're
with no
like
Terra.
depending on this shit every week
Mhm.
for
To be your
what?
fast guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it also needs to lead Palafin like every week if it doesn't have something
Mhm.
fast, because Palafin's like the only way you're ever revenging. But if you still
The
have baby
baby is
Palafin, it's
fine.
not gonna kill anything.
Yep.
I feel
I
like
will
though
also
it's easy.
say,
It's easy to get Palafin up in this team because
oh, true.
it's a fat team. Like in essence, it's fat. So like it's one of those teams that like looks really bad, but I feel like it's annoying to prep for.
Yeah, Fritz just said it's annoying mons. Or after first
Yeah.
three, the shit is that they're just annoying. I was also gonna say I feel like this team would benefit a lot from just like budget management. This does not need to be an 11 mon. Like we could compress Toad, Sandaconda, Quillfish, Hisui, and Rotom into like a flying type or something. Or you could probably work more with the points and keep something. Like I do like Hisui and Quillfish for this team actually. So But
I would like the
Toad,
Mudstale.
Standa, yeah, I don't know. Oh, Mudsteel could work here, yeah,
I
but
I don't hate the
Because
Rotom though as a like I guess spin blocker, fake one, but yeah, as one.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
like
guard does not
then you're
belong here.
bringing like then you're realistically bringing like these first five plus a Rotom. Or like
Mhm,
if you want to set hazards up, like you're bringing the first I guess you're bringing a combination of like the first five plus like Toadscrew or Quillfish plus a
mhm.
Rotom to spin block. I don't know if I like that. And it also doesn't. This team doesn't punish like defog at all. So I just defog for free on
No.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just get rid of the guard, man.
Yeah, it
But,
actually does nothing here.
it's not even like a good fire resist because you have Heat Ram and Palafin.
Yeah, and
I was like,
like
eh.
you already have an answer to ghost types because you have an Arbalava.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and Quillfish, so you don't really need it. I forget it fucking has a resistance to ghost. That's so
Yeah,
stupid.
it's dumb.
It's a Spectre answer. Wait.
Bro, it's the
You could have
goat.
Terrace Anaconda over Toad. That's true. The coil scale shot sets are actually real on Sanda. Or the scarf sets. Those are actually real. Like no cap. They
Yeah,
actually
those
could.
are real. I also just like
Mhm.
I like Sandaconda a lot because of glare.
Mhm.
Because this team does
Yeah.
kind of need it a lot. But if he could get a better ground type that's a little bit more threatening, then it would be better than it.
Yeah. Look at Thunder T on this team, bro. That'd be hype.
Yeah. So yeah.
Too bad he's taken.
Too bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is uh is Terra Kilowatch still around?
Let's see.
yes, it is.
Oh, I just erased
Oh,
something.
wait, I feel like you should definitely pick that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, over the
It's
Gav.
around, yeah. It's available. I just
I think
be
over the Gav eventually, yeah. 'Cause it would-
I mean, you
for
could drop like
sure.
any combination of the last six, and I think it'd be better.
Yo,
Facts.
legit. Yeah.
Well, it's okay. Magical
Well,
Potato says he's fought Coil Shed Skin Body Press. That is a real set.
that is real. No, no, no. Yeah.
That's good. Are you gonna say?
I mean, worst case, low key, he just drops Galvantula, maybe Toad, and the Rotom, and then like you could probably slap on Kilowattrel with Terra, or I don't know. What's the easiest way to fix it? It's
Like
definitely
Terra
like
Kilo
Kilo,
Terra
yeah.
Arbor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those two plus like I don't know something like
Some
I
other
guess
ground
like
to me. Doesn't
Mudsdale
do the
maybe,
best.
or
Yeah, I like Mudsdale here.
yeah,
You could go like Trick Room Clef, bring in Mudsdale. I think it's 125 attack. You could cook with that.
you could. But
Alright.
yeah,
As for the
I
team,
think this is like a
C tier 2
C tier, yeah.
for the C tier.
I mean, it could never
Terra
be
Kilo
bad
is
because
fun.
of these two. Like these top two, they're
Uh,
just too crazy.
we check their logo. It's Kansas City Torrent. It's the one in D tier.
Oh my
We can
god,
move it up a tier.
I'll move it up, but
Yeah.
it's not a convincing move up. Oh shit, it's Mina.
It's you now,
Oh,
exactly. All right. So what do we say about this one? I'll wait a little bit if you guys want to talk about it. Okay, I'll go. I was so the first thing I was noticing with this team, it's like it looked like ground weak, and then you kind of look a little closer and you see Wellspring, you see Slither, you see Hydreigon, and it's like not that bad anymore. Because I think Talonflame's like a fake ground immunity sometimes. Because like a lot of mons, when they see Talonflame in the builder, they're like, okay, I'll bring Rock Slide. And it doesn't have like Moltres Bolt, so Rock Slide will just blow it up usually. Like even with like max HP, max defense, it's insane. But Slither, Wellspring, Hydreigon, even Ticketuk can run Air Balloon. Even Petron can Air Balloon. Like it's fine. Dio and Petrant support like this offense game plan so well. They're like I can't explain it. There's so many routes you could take. Like Dio could spread T Wave for SD Ogrepon. Even some like Rock Polish Heatran, because Heatran doesn't like, or sorry, not Heatran, Rhyperior, because like the Rock Polish Rhyperior will get outsped by most Scarfers. Like I think it's like base 80 Scarfers at speed, +2 base 50 guy. But you just T Wave in and now it's like toast. There's and then I like Hydreigon here because your poisons can't really like touch Petron or Ticketon like together, or like the fairies. Sorry, And the thing with Ninetales is like the ice. What's it called? Like just the ice stab to spam like to break steals and shit looks so great into this team because you have so many ways to deal with steals. Number one, and number two, like Ninetales can also just run screens, and then if you don't prep that, you're toast into like some rock polish, solid rock, Rhyperior set, or again with the Trailblaze. Like there's so much setup potential and there's so much breaking potential. This team's really well rounded. Like yeah,
Yeah.
You know, I
or
think
you
Yeah.
can rock.
the only what were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna just say that Magical Potato said that it's F tier because of Petulant. I agree. Petulant is
Oh,
cancer. Anyways, you can
so
say what
yeah,
you're gonna say. Yeah.
Okay, I feel like the biggest issues are like it's kind of electric weak, low key. Because like Rhyperior doesn't actually take on a lot of the electric types that well. Like a
Doesn't
lot
it
of
have
the
a lightning
stronger ones at
rod?
least.
it does. Yeah,
It does,
but
but like
like
it can still a lot of them can still overpower it.
yeah, because that's like lack of spin def. You get like an AV set for most of them.
Mm.
I think what electric type would you hate to face? Like Bolt. Do you have Terra Fairy? I
I do
forget. Let me
have Terra
check.
Fairy. I have
Okay, well you
I
just
have Terra
toast.
Ground, Fairy, and Water. Then my
Well then they're toast.
Ninetales is Ice. It's Ice Ground Ghost, I believe.
So they're toast. So they're toast. I'm trying to think like what electric would like you hate to face. I guess
Probably
like
like
kilowatts.
Kilo. Yeah.
Yeah, Terra Kilo guy.
I mean, but Terra Kilo doesn't do damage. What? Like, okay, I just bring fucking Hydreigon. What? Like, why? Why would I care about Kilo? Just saying. Just pointing it out. Like, even if it terras. Like,
Mhm.
I guess it clicks fucking Hurricane, but then like if it's not Scarf, then it's gonna lose to Dio, right? That like I'm gonna just point it out because I'm the one building with this shit. I just noticed
Mhm.
that a lot of mons have to run either a speed boosting move or they have to run Scarf. And if your Scarf is
Yeah,
not faster than max speed Dio, then you get cooked by everything else that has bulk invested.
yeah.
Mm.
Zapdos is kind of a bitch for this team, but
That's the
I think
only
that's the
mon,
only
yeah.
ground.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Zapdos is corny, but Zapdos has to
we hate
go fucking
Zapdos in this
defensive here
household.
for for fucking Ogerpon though. Cause
We hate
then what?
Zapdos in this
Yeah.
household.
No, everyone hates Zapdos though. Fuck that mon. He's pussy.
Damn.
I like this
Nah.
team a lot though. This just feels like supporting cast and like the offense looks weird and it's like but like that supporting cast is so good that any offensive team can kind of work around it. Um yeah, that's all I gotta say. It's good. It looks good. Um yeah.
Also, just so y'all know, I did win my week one. It was a cheesy week one. I'm not gonna lie, but I did
Oh
win it.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Palmot may have
I
double
think either
shot,
way,
but it was
yeah,
a water
that
type.
didn't matter though. You know, because
Yeah.
that's a
Lightning rod.
50-50. Yeah, that's a 50-50.
Still felt like it mattered in my heart.
Yeah. Because what was bro gonna do? Hard switch and then give me another mon for free?
That's true. I mean, going Palmot was kind of the issue in the first place.
Yeah.
Well, Potato said Thundy would kind of eat this team alive, but then I saw that there's like Spadef Tink, and then I was like, oh. And then like Rhyperior could just slap AV on, and like yeah, it could have Grass Knot or what's it called? What's the other one? Sludge Bomb for the fairy. But the issue with that is that you just die to rock coverage and get blown up. So
You have to keep in
it's a
mind
rough
though,
matchup.
Ninetales cut Terra Ground Ninetales just sits on that. Because Grass Knot isn't doing much because Ninetales
But
isn't
it's
heavy.
yeah,
Uh
that's true.
I forgot about the. I did forget about the Terra Ground on Ninetales. I think that does help a lot.
it
I love
does.
double fairy here too because this team looked like it like struggled a bit into dragons. And
Yeah.
then I saw Nine Tails, and I was like, "Oh, that makes more sense."
Yeah. My hazard stat game is also kinda crazy. I got four rockers.
Glaze,
I got two spikers. I don't have a T spiker though, sadly. But Petron
Hatterene
doesn't
is
need T
one.
spikes because it just goes toxic on you. Or Malignant Chain. So great
Yeah,
pivot core by the way.
Mm.
Yeah.
glaze,
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 glaze.
glaze.
And my knockers are all
You know what?
nasty.
I'm gonna be the. I'm gonna be the. What's it called? I'll be the negative
Devil's
one here.
advocate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like you do kind of get hazard stacked sort of easily. Cause
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Talonflame's
Talon.
eh. Like
Mhm.
it's not the worst remover, but It's not the best. And
Yeah.
Morpeko, I'm sorry, Morpeko, I don't think you're that good.
It's just that Dio will just like mog every other hazard stacker usually. It's like
Yeah, that's
the
true.
main
I mean,
thing,
I think
but
it's like I don't know. It's just awkward because like you can't run boots on your ogre pawn, and like you
that's true.
generally don't want to run boots on your Tinkaton. Like you can run balloon, which kind of
Hmm.
helps, but and then
Yeah.
like obviously you're always boots Talonflame. But I don't know. I feel like
Hmm.
this draft like I feel like you just exchange hazards with them a lot whenever you try and go for like a hazard
Yeah,
setting week. Like I feel like you never have
Hazard
like
war.
hazard control, if that makes sense. Like you're trying to match their hazards
that's
usually.
That's fair, yeah.
exactly, but that's exactly how I play, right? So I honestly knew that that was gonna be the case. Like for example, Samra, like if I play Pink Stork, I honestly do get hazard stack pretty easily because Samra will just click ceaseless a bunch of times into me, and like it honestly threatens my whole draft.
Yeah.
Gliscor also kind of sits on this team like
Mhm.
super easily. Like I would have to like be playing on top of it perfectly, like to prevent hazards from going up. So I would have to bring like I don't know Tonhai Dragon or always just
Ice Hammer Tinkaton.
yeah Ice Hammer Tinkaton or just like have Ogre Pawn always threaten it. And
Yeah.
that's always a player to player thing. So you can't really like say that in theory shit works until like you see it happen. And like even then, if I manage to choke a game or whatever, like I'm gonna lose to hazards. Cause like
Mhm.
Dio isn't gonna. A lot of these mons need to be full HP to like tank specific hits, right? Like a lot
Yeah.
of rolls on Petron that weren't real become real once I get hit by a thousand spikes. You know,
Or
so
Pekko carry is so true.
bro, Morpeko is the goat. Morpeko's the best mon
I
ever, bro. Anyways, where are we
so
feeling my draft?
I think F tiers
I
it. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I
bro.
think it's
I'll give it
really
a
good.
C minus.
I think it's like slightly worse than I think it's the second best for sure. I think it's slightly worse than the other one though.
Zev, yeah. It could go in
Yeah,
S. I'm down for S, yeah.
yeah,
Bias aside,
like
like
low S
yeah,
probably. I'm down
it's
for
good.
that.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll
next
do
is
S for
Oh,
Fritz.
now.
Fritz.
Oh, my
Oh,
goat. Who is absent right now
He is
Fun
absent.
today?
fact: Fritz had like a mild meltdown in DMs with me as he was trying to figure out how to fix this team.
Oh,
You should have seen what it was originally. He had a Glamora there, and he used to not know any direction to
yeah,
go.
he
And
had
one, he
double
was considering
poison with
Walking
heart.
Wake.
Yeah. Oh, he had one.
He was considering a Walking Wake option, just going hard sun, but it was just like
He should have just gone
he
Sunbow
couldn't figure it
game.
out.
It's just like it's tough to figure out a draft that you like with Rory Moon. That's one of the issues I've always seen.
Uh huh. Yeah. Roy was
I
a.
don't like Roy Moon that
Oh.
I'm
much.
gonna
I
give
think
a
it's
no comment
overrated.
on the Basque Illusion female.
Hey, I recommended it. Anyways, so off the bat, I love the defensive core between G King Scizor and Pert. You just get your shit in. That looks great. You do have like a decent flying resist and thunderous, but then I noticed that there's also a like in Dusk that's sitting in the back ready to like maul most flying types with like the coverage. It doesn't need to switch in because you have such great ways to like pivot it in that you can probably get away with like an SD because like that one has fake setup, but like with how much pivoting you can get it in with, you could probably get like at least one per game or so. Um, I like Chestnut here as glue, especially with the Terras, which if I remember correctly. Where are they? They are fighting Ghost Steel. Yeah, Steel looks great on this team as like a secondary steel for Scizor in case you want like are really weak to that flying weakness. And then the Ghost is for like spin blocking, of course. Okay, I have to take a call up there back. I'm sorry.
Very good. I think the team relies on Chestnut to do too much. Cause like it's the spiker, it's like your answer to most physical attackers. And I was like trying to think of like all the stuff this draft struggles with, and like the answer to all of them is Chestnut, but I don't know. I feel like Chestnut's not that great. Like it's good here, but I feel like it wants something to take some of the pressure off of it, especially because you want to Terra your Lycanroc usually. But I feel like this draft actually needs to Terra Chestnut, like most of the time.
Yeah, I
And
agree. Yeah.
I like Swampert, but I feel like it's like I view it as more like an offensive pivot than a defensive one, like most of the time. Because its
Yeah.
defenses are like they're not terrible, but they're not actually that good. It gets overwhelmed by like anything that's like actually offensive.
Yeah, typically Perk can't take more than like one hit without it, like,
Yeah.
being on its last leg, yeah. Also has
Mhm.
to run boots on this, which I think also limits its hit taking potential because you want leftovers most of the time on it. So like,
Alright.
it's
Yeah.
just gonna come in and try to trade, and if it can't trade, then like you just lost all value with Pert in the game.
Mhm.
Terra Chestnut is amazing here, but like, yeah, you have
It's
Lycanroc and
it's
it
like
can
doing
abuse
too
Terra.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will say
I don't really
Scizor not being able to.
see. Sorry,
Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say I don't really see the vision with the Basket Legion. Like, I guess it's a ghost. I guess like
It's your ice resist
yeah,
or another ice resist.
yeah, it's a fake one, bro. Shit is exploding to everything, but it doesn't do anything. It's not good outside the rain. I feel, cause like trying to use it as a breaker, it's not a good specs user if it's not in rain. It has to run agility if it wants to be faster than everything and actually break. Needs Terra to do more, to do a lot of damage. What else does it do? It doesn't do anything, bro.
It's a good AV user actually. You just like invest full into Spadef and then you put like max attack, and that's a decent set actually. Because you run Surf, Shadow Ball, Flip Turn, and then
I
like
guess, yeah.
something. But I was just gonna say, Scizor losing Roost this gen really harms this team a lot. It would love Roost here because I feel like in the long run you lose to like dragons with Scizor usually.
Oh, I agree.
A really good dragon. Like one DD and Scissor's chip, it might be Jover, you know?
I feel like this is one of those teams that has to play perfectly in order to win. Like, you
Uh-huh.
cannot fuck up with your prep if or else you're gonna lose. Cause like I don't feel like it could really cheese a lot of matchups.
It just needs to out offense everything because like I
Yeah,
don't think it doesn't have like sustainability. Like it's just gonna get overwhelmed if you try and play like a bulky Glow King, bulky Scissor, bulky Swampert. Like that stuff's just not gonna work. You need to
yeah.
like revenge kill with Lycanroc, try and win with Roaring Moon, like use Scissor to apply pressure, just like pivot around. But yeah, I don't know. I also don't like Glow King that much on this draft.
Me
I don't
either.
know like how to explain it. It's just it feels like the draft is like too offensive and it doesn't. I feel like you want a defensive core with Glow King. This draft doesn't really have.
Mm, I mean, but Glow King could usually just cheese past matchups. I feel, cause like it's just a bulky pivot. Like it's most of the time gonna be your AV mon. It's gonna be uh
I feel like I feel like you're not even like pivoting that much of this draft though. Like it has good pivots, but the your games are gonna be so fast.
I
yeah.
can see Ted's
I can.
point, considering that Fritz also he kept stating that he wished he took Petrarunt instead,
Yeah, I
as
think
like
Petra would
as a
have been way
better
better
option.
here.
It's the more
Yeah,
defensive, a bit faster, and can, I guess, step on the gas a bit more than Gloken can.
Yeah, I mean it helps Moon a lot more with its game plan of just trying to set up a DD. So imagine Petron just clicking fucking parting shot on you, and then I
Mhm.
come in with Moon. Moon is now tanking the CC it could have died to, and now it just got up a DD and it just swept your whole team. Yeah, I could see that,
Mhm.
but sadly he's not getting the Petron. So let's move forward, guys.
It's a
Uh,
life lesson.
it's a life
I will
lesson.
say,
Should have sniped me.
really, really no idea. We're gonna do them in order, so we won't get to you just yet if you're gonna leave right now. But just watch. We'll get the VOD up soon.
Well, really, no idea is like the third team's draft.
if he would have wanted, he should have just gone hard Sun like Loki.
Mhm.
If he wants to have like a draft that has answers to everything. Cause like you could fit Terra Lily here, Terra Sunli Lilligan with the Roy Moon.
Hisuian
It's
Logan can't
banned.
Terra.
His ban. Oh
Yes,
well,
it's
it doesn't
Terra
even
banned.
need the Terra,
that'll be
but
insane.
that would be insane though. Yeah,
Hmm.
I guess but it doesn't need Terra is my point. Like, and you just run Torkoal. It could get like Hoopa Unbound, like for like Trick Room shenanigans with that. It'd be cool.
Hmm.
So it's fixable if he
Uh,
wants that. If
where'd
he
you guys
This
wants
put it
that
on the
actually
tier
route.
list?
this actually reminds me a lot of the draft I had last season. I feel like it needs to just like honestly drop Glow King and just accept that the defensive core is just bad, and then just like focus in on more offense. Because I don't like I feel like Glow King just
Wait,
doesn't work here.
it's your Shifu.
Yeah, I mean honestly, just just copy my notes.
Yeah, actually, this is your fucking draft.
Yeah, it actually
You just
is.
stopped you just took away the other broken Terra Captain that you got banned, and you just put Lycanroc. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Chat, he
We
Yeah,
cooked.
see
it
you,
has
Fritz.
the, it
We
has the
see you.
scissors, the fortress replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thinking it's the peasant dip, but it actually is just by draft.
Fuck, dude.
we see you. We see you. That's crazy.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's an offense draft. I don't think it's bad though. We just have to
yeah.
see how he uses the Glow King, cause maybe he could prove you wrong. But cause
I
like,
mean, maybe.
what are you gonna drop the Glow King for? It's a fucking Glow King, bro. Like it could never be
Yeah,
bad. It's
true.
gonna regen. It's just gonna regen and click
I feel like
button.
it's I feel like it's so expensive though for what it's actually doing here, which is not that much.
Hmm.
I
Alright, so
mean,
where
you're
did
right. You're right.
y'all?
You're right. I think it's B, top of B.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I
go
was about
B
to
as
say.
well.
I said the whole lot of mid, whole lot of mid. Nah,
Okay.
he's the
I think
cool
Fritz
Vishanti.
logo
got
though.
Petra. Ooh.
Yeah. All right, we're on the Haney's team. Is this Haney? No, this is
No, no,
No,
no.
he needs
This is
Spectre.
Vishanti. Vishanti.
That's
Vishanti.
right. Yeah, the Shanti.
I think this shit is low key kind of cracked. I
Gosh,
like this. I personally
this
like this
looks like
draft.
Bronzo's draft, bro.
Hey. Y'all did not finish first. So,
That's
according
true.
to
That's
me, this
true.
draft is the original Bronzo draft. So I think this is broken as
Can we get
fuck.
receipts? Can I confirm? Can you confirm?
You,
Receipts
but
what?
you like this draft?
I
I don't
actually
like the
think.
Serena there. It's the fact that there's a Serena there. It makes me annoyed.
I
It
I
has good
actually I don't like
rolls.
this draft that much.
I just don't
I
like the
like it.
roll.
Bronzo, no, Bronzo said, "What the fuck? This guy copied me." That's what I'm saying.
Uh, well,
He's got the Dragonite, he's got the Zama, he's got Dark Rise of the Gren, he's got the Cruel, he's got the Mess Spray, but doesn't have
But he actually
Chara.
he actually did copy.
like, like dead ass, no.
yeah, no. This is cracked, bro. I don't know what
It
I
is
chess.
it needs
good.
like it needs more like actual breakers. There's like wood cons, but like your best like actual breakers want a Darkrai. I don't think Darkrai's that good at like actually breaking
Doc
stuff.
Chara is a pretty
Tweaking,
I
good
like her
break.
Killer.
I would have liked a
tweaking.
stronger ghost type, I guess. Is
Mimikyu's a bitch, yeah.
it's more of a
Fucking
side note, but I mean
yeah.
there aren't
I
really
guess,
much
but
besides
what
like Terra
ghost would you get?
Gengar.
Because I think the idea here is
Yeah,
just like you set up hazards with Sandy, you try to keep him up with Mimikyu. I don't see
Mhm.
anything wrong with that, honestly. Um,
yeah, it's
I
only
like
Terra
Dina.
Gengar
I like
anyways.
Dina a lot as a one con here. Um,
Yeah.
I mean Zama, like yo, if you could break past all the shit that Zama sucks into, you just win. Like basically, Darkrai breaks for Zama, so Zama late game
Mhm.
is real as fuck now because it doesn't need body press when it's clicking house CC into you. Um,
Mhm.
D-Knight, you could honestly keep off hazards pretty well with this draft. Because Tentacruel is one of those mons that comes every game.
It,
Uh,
yeah.
M-
Especially for the
Moltres, I
fairy
guess, is
resisting
cool.
is.
I like Moltres
Mhm.
as a slow pivot here. Knuckle Stack
Yeah.
is actually like a niche Terra Captain, but like it does a lot. Cause like
Uh-huh.
it could so cure you for the price of 3 or 4 points that he got it for. So it's not Garganacl. Case in point.
Actually, four? No, I'm kidding. No, it's great. I think it's better than Garganacl because it can Terra.
Yeah,
I don't
That's
this this draft also has like a bunch of stuff that you don't actually want to bring in until like the end of the game. Like you don't want to waste your Zama
yeah.
defense raise. You don't want to lose your Dragonite's multi
Multi
skill.
skill,
multi-skill.
yeah.
And like
Yeah, you
Mimikyu's
can just
just
run
Yeah.
a
sitting in
tank
the
set
back until
though.
like what?
You can run a tank set pretty viably here.
Tank
I
Knight?
mean
Yeah, Tank Knight with
I mean you
detail
can,
for
but
hazards.
even then it's like I don't know, it's just awkward. Like I feel like this
Mhm.
draft like it I just don't understand like the game plan, I guess.
That's fair, yeah. I think the Mimikyu just shows so out of place here.
Yeah, I agree. Cause like you already
Yeah.
have like Mimikyu's only thing it's good at is like stopping a sweep. Like you already have Dragonite for that, and like Zama, like nothing's actually one-shotting Zama. Like that thing's
That's
gonna
true,
stop
yeah.
sweeps too.
Yeah, with base 140 defensive one and base 140 split def, yeah, you're not one shot in Zama ever.
Yeah.
Um,
You know, I remember I like ran the way I dealt with Zama was I ran what was it, agility Palmot to force it in. With clear amulet. That's the goat. But anyway, yeah, no, Zama's the goat. It took like 40 from that close combat. It was adamant.
actually,
That's the goat.
wait, Mimikyu is the fairy. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait,
You look
Sandy Shocks
at
is a Terra Fairy, right?
yes it is. Let me
Yeah.
double check before I lie. Electric Ice Fairy, yeah.
Yeah. I don't really like Ice as a typing. I think it's so easy to it's so predictable. Like,
Yeah, I would prefer like grass. I don't know why. It just looks
yeah.
better.
Um,
Actually, that's a lie. It's pretty. I don't pick grass. No. Yeah, no. The fairy is like I think it's best typing here because like Mimikyu is super fake
yeah,
fairy. I don't know.
Mimikyu super fake. Yeah, like honestly, you don't even need Moltres here, low key. The more I look at it, because like
Yeah.
Mesprit does low key everything that Moltres does.
Mhm.
Outside of having fire coverage, you know. But like
And
either
forcing rock coverage.
yeah, cause like Mesprit is already like your guy to switch in on ground moves for the most part. Also doesn't
Mhm.
like give a fuck about knockoff like that much, cause
Yeah.
yeah. Um.
Super.
Yeah, and not Terra Mesprit is also fraudulent as fuck. Yeah.
Also, what is Serena ever doing in this draft?
Exactly.
It's
Someone
collecting
gets it.
rapid spin, I guess.
Oh yeah.
But
Like
Or
Wait.
Tenta does it better.
if you want to spin bot, you just break the cruel.
but
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't want to say anything, but she just might be the cheerleader of the team. You never been there? Cheers
Mm,
from the side, bro.
I see you. I see
I feel
you.
like this draft also sucks into Kirim and Weavile. Well, you have Zama, I guess, right? But like,
Nah, get low kick. Low kick. Nah.
yeah, if you could just roar Zama out, you kind of get
Uh,
cooked by Weavile here, like
mhm.
excessively hard. Also, this is
Dude, I
kind
feel
of
That's
like
Val food. Wait, this is Iron Valiant food for real.
oh
There's always a set.
yeah. Like Carmine
I guess you just do
T-Ball
like Mimikyu. It's probably like your better bet too,
Blast.
Yeah,
honestly.
Mimikyu.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby, let's go Mimic. Yeah.
Yeah. Or I guess you pray to God that Valiant doesn't bring fucking Thunderbolt and Moltres is like your Val check, I guess. But
Yeah.
that seems kind of unrealistic.
You
I don't
could.
know.
Um,
I feel like every time, like every turn, something bad is happening with this. Like you're either losing your Zama boost, you're losing Dragonite, or like you're losing like an actual Pokemon because like it doesn't have real defense. Like all of its defense is like
Yeah.
temporary.
Like with Bronzo's team, it had like I felt like the backbone was more solid. Here, let me
it
pull
had
it up
win
just
cons,
in
bro.
case.
That shit had a
Yeah.
win con. It's called
It had
Latias.
aura. It
Cause
had
if
aura.
Latias was switching in, yo, that shit is proccing its weakness policy, and you're gonna get swept. That's the
So my team
difference
X
with that.
better. Okay.
Yeah, and it had Greninja, by the way. Greninja's like, I think Greninja's better than Darkrai by like a lot.
Oh yeah, I
So
don't even think it's close.
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah. Also, like, just
Uh,
quick thought, like, yo, what happens if Tusk just gets a rapid spin off? Like, how do you win? What's your answer?
That's what,
you
like I
had
feel like it loses to like every threat. Like when you think about like your answer is like Mimikyu disguise once, Zamazenta once, Dragonite once. Like you, I don't like. I feel like it just loses to like
Yeah,
everything.
Mesprit, like, theoretically, maybe 1v1 it. A
I mean,
Tusk,
Tusk?
maybe,
Palafin would
it could
yeah.
eat
be
this
like
team
Mega
alive.
Horn.
I
It
mean,
could.
it
Knockoff or
could.
Magmar, yeah.
It could, but
Although
like, it
it's
would need Terra, and it doesn't have Terra, so.
This is a horrible matchup if you're Palafin or if you're the Palafin
Yo,
if you're
every top
facing it.
tier, like, as a matter of fact, I could just
Yeah.
pull up the tier list. Every top tier, I think, just hits a goob on it. Like, okay, look at Poe. Poe is clicking Thunder Wave and Will-O-Wisp into
Yeah.
this, and it's gonna
Everything,
get
yeah.
one, yeah. So that's one.
Dragon Darts for multi skill too.
Chomp also kind of hits a lick on this because Skillshot is completely free in this. Um,
Hmm.
Next is Shaman Sky, maybe? Does Shaman Sky hit a goob on this? You could say Shaman
I
in
Kinda.
mean, you like
theory kinda does, yeah.
you like Cloak Mimikyu probably. It actually takes the hits pretty well.
Well, yeah,
Huh.
that maybe
Like,
that's an exception. Yeah, Val. Oh, Spectre is definitely running your pockets with that draft. Bro,
Nah,
start
Knuckle Stack
Spectre
has
then.
Purifying Salt. You're
oh yeah,
fine.
wait the
Oh
Ghost
shoot!
is a Darkrai. Oh,
No,
Uh,
no, no, no. You have Knuckle
oh,
Stack with
the
Yeah,
Eagle-Eye.
Knack
Knuckle
Let
Stack
it
takes
I
out
forgot the
Spectre
go.
Knackle
actually.
Snack.
Yeah,
I
let's
forget
go.
Knackle Snack.
bro, but your best answer is a fucking knuckle stack, and guess what I'm gonna
Actually, you could just cloak it. You could
You
just
just
cloak it and just
summon
plot.
and just win,
You know,
yeah.
Cloak
you know what's
plot
gonna
takes down the
happen. You know
stack.
what's gonna happen. This is the reality of it, right? Spectre is gonna see a knuckle stack on preview, and guess what Spectre is doing if it's Scarf? It's gonna click trick on it. and then
You
you
can
have a
also
scarf
just
knocked
Oh, it
sub.
in.
doesn't. It
Yeah,
doesn't
you,
get
So it
that.
you can
doesn't
also
get
just
tricked,
outboost it.
bro.
Yeah, you can just sub on it.
That's
Yeah,
fake.
you just
Yeah.
sub on it. You just taunt
Roselli
sub,
Darkrai
yeah.
is true.
Or you could just bring Cloak Spectre, and then
Yeah,
you
Spectre doesn't
just.
get tricked.
Oh damn,
Does it get like
that's sad.
does Nex like get any kind of like phasing moves like roar or something?
No.
No? Oh shoot, that's kinda
Wait,
cooked.
I
It
don't
can't take
think this doesn't get any
Spectre then.
moves, I'm pretty sure.
Yo, your best
Yeah.
answer to Spectre is like Roar Moltres. There you go.
Penta can take it on somewhat well. I remember that from experience.
That's
Anyways,
Although it
true.
like
can't really hurt
I
it
mean, I
back
mean,
is
this
the
is a fair
issue.
point. Like Roselli Berry Darkrai, but like I don't even think that's like a consistent
Reserve
answer
Darker does
because
not work.
like if Spectre gets a nasty plot off on anything, by the way, on anything, then you just die. Like
Because it can just run Colbur.
it
No,
runs
because okay,
Cobra, it runs Cobra, and it runs enough speed to like
Oh, just
speed
do
creep one of
Sucker.
these shits.
Yeah.
Sucker,
I've what is
Sucker's
it?
okay, but like, bro,
Dark Pulse to the Sucker is the 1v1,
I'm
right?
pretty sure you could you could EV the Spectre to get enough HP back uh from like Draining Kiss, and then like it tanks the next hit. Cause Darkrai isn't hitting
Oh, but
that
you're gonna
hard,
be
yeah.
slower. So if like you +2 as Darkrai switches in, that's the Draining Kiss nothing, and then a Dark Pulses, and then you activate Colbur, and then you take damage, and then you Sucker. So you have to take both basically
Yeah,
for
that's what I'm
full.
saying. Like it's not a consistent answer.
Mm. That should be fun. Okay,
Maybe.
team
I think
wise,
this is like a
D.
I think this is like a low C or a D.
A C or so, yeah.
We're slapping this in C, Loki. I don't think it's like D worthy, but it's definitely C.
Scarf Fry is also true, yeah.
Yeah,
I like the dark.
you want to
I've
bring
gotten
Darkrai's
mixed.
worst set? That's his worst
I've
set.
gotten like annihilated by Sucker Punch Rye before. That shit was so funny. I was so confident to clicking my move on Deoxys and it just gets fucking sucker punched. I was like, oh, there goes my Deoxys. I hate Deoxys, the normal
I'm gonna
one.
be
That's the
honest.
best.
Scarf Fry isn't even a good answer to most things, cause like, yeah, you brought Scarf Fry, but now Rye isn't doing a lot of damage, and now it's locked into a move. I feel like Darkrai is the worst monster Scarf from like the top tiers.
Yeah,
I
it
Just from
think
actually
the
it
my
actually
personal
never
respect.
kills
experience. Yeah.
anything.
You T Wave shit. Look how much T Waves on this team. That's how you win. That's how we do it.
Low key, yeah, you would have to choose a matchup. Like you would honestly have to choose with one of your potential like walls type thing.
T Wave D Knight. T Wave
Okay,
Mesprit.
also, what in this draft even kills a ground type? Serena, I guess.
Yeah,
Baby.
That's
dude.
kind of
Yeah,
cool.
that Serena has no
I guess
switches,
that's
dude.
why Serena's here.
Or
Serena.
you're bringing the Ice Beam Darkrai with specs to blow up your
Life,
alleged ground type.
I guess.
I
I
But
mean,
guess.
think
like
last
King
score?
Lou though. Here we just
Yo,
Oh wait,
Yeah, it literally just sits.
Tingaloo
they yeah.
is taking
King Lou could
Zama
just
crown
sit here
off
and
is
spam Whirlwind and Hazards, and it
yeah.
goes.
Tingaloo is about to take this team out for a dance, bro. And is about to show it why is like the best ground type in the format.
Oh,
Like
speaking of King Lou,
Oh, it's
who's
shit.
next?
me.
Speaking of
Who's
Tingaloo,
next?
we have the best
The
Tingaloo team
Arbok
on
is
the board.
the first issue. I feel like this is an issue on a lot of Spectre teams. There's not a good grounded poison on a lot of Spectre teams unless you have like
Yo,
Sneasler.
dead ass.
And misses here again with the Arbok and the like.
Wait,
You're not gonna.
that's something against Arbok?
The
Okay.
Arbok is the issue.
Yo,
Dude,
just before we even talk about this team, you know where I'm placing this?
where?
A. It's
What you
going
put?
A. Instantly A.
That's fair.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
think
Yeah, I
it
can
Like
has
good.
agree
best
with.
it
quality.
looks good.
I think it's
I like
really
the Mons
broken.
outside of the Arbok.
I think it's offensively gonna shit on everyone else because like, bro, you had to prep for Spec, Quavo, and Ogre, and then you had to consider the
Oh,
fact that Klefki could set
never
up
mind.
screens. You had to
Mm.
consider Chiyu, who's gonna possibly be flame charged behind screens and just sweep you. Like, there's so many ways that it just speed boosts and just sweeps, basically. And like Palma is
Yeah,
actually really scary. Uh, Yuxi's also scary. I think as a Terra captain, both of them are great. Arbok
yeah.
is not a real grounded poison. You're not bringing this shit. So Delibird is not a spinner.
Ah,
So effectively,
coil gunk shot.
Boots
okay,
Quavo, Kobe.
ignoring whatever he said, right? Quavo is basically your spinner, which is like, that's kind of ass, but
Well, I feel like
I've
Quabble's
used
fine with the
this.
spinner.
I used this first three, and I can say from experience, without a grounded poison, it does not work like you think.
Yeah, Ting Lu will get.
ATAD 6-0'd me, because
Yep.
because of Quavo could not get hazards as consistently off, and
Didn't I
yeah,
like
then your
6-0 you?
Tinglu really goes to shit when you don't when it gets poisoned. I mean, if you can't, because it doesn't even get rest or anything, so it can't,
Yeah.
like, the poison's there to stay,
No,
and you can't
no, it
really do
gets
anything
rest. It's
about
just
it.
you can't fit it is the problem.
Oh, it gets rest.
Yeah, it
Yeah, it
does.
gets rest talk.
Yeah.
Every mon gets
Oh,
rest.
nice.
Everyone
Wait,
deserves a good
I
nap.
remember this. I just got a flashback. I 6-0'd Seaweeds who had the same core. I 6-0'd him with
You did not 6-0 me. That was a
it was a
poltergeist. That
yeah,
was not a 6-0. I was pretty confident.
bro. It was a 6-0
That
because
was a
I
loss.
exploded. I exploded with one of my mons to get it in. That was legit my
Okay,
gameplay.
I will
I don't
Maybe.
like
say.
the Go ahead.
I was gonna say this. This is like a funny comment, not like anything mean, but this just looks dead. This is like Loki is just his team, from season 6. I thought that was kind of funny. I was-
I
Anyways,
I
you
don't
low-key,
like
good.
the
I low-key think that he should have never dropped to Cyclozar,
The
personally.
bike was on here, yo.
The bike was on
Okay,
there,
wait,
bro.
Nats.
Bike was a nice. I would have liked the bike here, especially like an ever
Stand back
spinner.
on him, bro. What?
Man, Wits has it now, but yeah, if he got
Oh,
like a better poison, like a poison that could actually set up T-Spikes, that would be Shasty with Spectre. That's like go combos.
yeah.
Beyond that
Anyways, we're gonna
though,
say that.
solid draft.
Oh,
Well, I was gonna
yeah.
say I don't like the what's it called, the Klefki here. I feel like it doesn't actually do anything. Cause like you don't really want screens that bad, in my opinion, with this
Mhm.
draft. Cause
Just
like
T-Wave.
Tinglu with screens is just weird. Cause Tinglu just like sits there for 5 years and you
It
lose all your
waits. It
screens.
waits at the screens itself.
Yeah,
That's true.
and then
Yeah.
like you really don't need another spiker. That's like I think the thing Klefki's arguably best at like spiking, but I mean you
Like
have
the
a
best
Tinglu and
spiker
a
in the
Silver
meta.
Fawn. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you really don't need a third one. I think
But you
Klefki
have
would rather
corner.
be like anything else, but it's hard to drop it, I guess, because you have to find like a steel and a fairy. But yeah, I mean, I'd rather have like anything over this Klefki. I feel like it actually
I
never does anything.
I feel like Klefki is good because of status. Like it enables Spectre to not run speed in a lot of matchups because of the fact that it's gonna click T-Wave. T-Wave and like it
I mean,
doesn't
you already
even
have
need
Uxie
screen.
for that though.
I mean, true, but like I mean, Yuxi does exactly what Klefki does, but better. Like if we're gonna jab at that point, you know, like
Yeah, no, I feel like all of its roles are already taken. Is the thing.
but like I guess it's good for resistances, you know. Also like if you really wanted to cheese a matchup, you could just bring Calmine Iron Defense Klefki into a game, and that's gonna win at least 1 week. So, but there's not really a fairy that you could drop though for to like fix the issue.
I think you can. I mean, you can just go no fairy. I don't think a fairy type is that important as long as you have things that can Terra into one.
Wait, Yuxi. Let me just pull it up here. Yuxi is Terra Fairy, so yeah, you could just Terra
Yeah,
Fairy the
Uxie's like a
Yugi.
good. Uxie's a good fairy too. Like it's a better fairy than Klefki, honestly.
Yeah. Actually, you're right, bruh. He could just pick up a steel type, no lie, and then boom, he
Are there any
plays.
good steel types for Klefki's value? For
Mm,
10?
that's a great question. I don't think so.
There's like Magnezone. Uh. Oh, I guess there's
Uh,
like Bronzong, which would not be a bad song. Sharp.
whoa.
I guess Cobalion, if you want to.
Koba is not a real steel. You're not gonna draft Koba to be a
Tigaton would
steel
have been
type.
nice, but it's gone obviously.
Um,
These steals are kind of bad.
Fortress.
yeah. You don't need Fortress when you have. I mean, I guess for a spin, if you really want to get at that, but
No,
like,
no, no. You don't Fortress a spin bot. It's not that good of a spinner.
yeah, it sucks as a spinner,
It's a
and it's
better
there.
spiker than it is a
Yeah,
spinner.
exactly. I think if you really want to steal, you get Reggie Steal. Low key. It doesn't do anything either. It's a do nothing mon, but like,
Though you can't have red to steal with Tinglu on your team. That is
bro,
just
I'm
that is
back.
way too much passive.
bro,
Sorry, I'm
it
back.
is passive, but like, I feel like Tingaloo isn't passive though. I don't know what you're saying by that, bro. Tingaloo could
Tinglu
fucking run
passive?
Bandit, yeah. This shit could do
Okay,
so
it's
Ruination.
not.
much.
Yo, Bandit is crazy. No,
Like
no,
low
no.
key, he has a draft that lets him not run like fucking standard Lou.
Shoot.
Like he actually has the ability to just bring Lou with like band or AV or like any other set. Am I tweaking?
Why would you shoot Delibird? What? I'm just kidding, Magical Potato.
What's the chat up, dude?
You said Delibird can be shot, and I think it's supposed to be Shice, but it autocorrected, so it looks like it just wants Delibird dead.
I was
Oh,
trying to
okay.
be on that
No,
on
Oh,
this exact
What the fuck,
spectatory
bro?
car.
I
Damn.
was
I had
exactly
Delibird and I was
right.
trying to bring it to a manual.
You
Wait,
can't.
wait. I see the vision. Wait, I see the complete vision for it.
Delibird's role is to get spikes up and die.
Yeah.
Oh, Dragalge? Yo, dead ass. Look at Dragalge on this team. Yo,
That's
am I
actually a
cooking?
good idea. I would like that.
Cause like you're, look at Rilla. Look at this team, bro.
Yeah, that is.
Like Rilla gets a Gubna on this team. Like, yeah.
People
Anyway,
with fat wood hammers, yeah.
I think this is like low A, right? Low
It
A
is
for
low A,
now.
yeah.
It would be perfect if the ground and poison was slightly
Oh,
better.
Fritz, we put you in F tier. Just kidding.
We put him in B
What the
E
just
E.
kidding.
Put him in B tier. What the
Yeah.
Sigma? We could like low A,
Low
yeah.
key. Damn.
Could be a B, low
Double
key.
dark and none of your dark types have knockoff. Crazy work. But you have like every other mon that knocks. So you're good.
That's true.
Yeah. Yo, if this guy would have drafted fucking a Wo Chen plus Chen Pao, he would have had the quartet, bruh.
Not kidding.
Nah.
Anyway,
Anyways, I already placed it
give
because
it
I
a
already
chim.
knew. What y'all think? It's better than Pink Stork or not?
Can we look at Pink Storks real
I
quick?
forgot. I was gonna say I forgot.
Is the Snorlax team?
Okay, it's worse.
Oh no, I think it's worse. I think it's definitely worse.
Okay, cool,
Yeah,
cool,
Pink
cool.
Storks is better. All right, this is
So
who?
be it is. So be it.
Soberus, the goat. All
Uh,
right,
I'll let Aita
the
talk about this
newcomer
because
to
he's so new.
BHA.
He's so used to every single one of these mons.
That's true. Uh like okay, it's not bad, but like I don't know. I don't like
This
a lot of the
looks
stuff at the end personally.
yeah. Oh,
It's an
Like
the
I
orth
feel like
worm.
Fugis.
it's
It's
a
an
lot
orth
of
worm.
Hold on, let
it's a
me.
lot of win cons, not a lot of actual progress being
There we
made.
go. That changes everything. The Fugus Katera.
Oh, true, true.
The,
Yeah, gotta change my analysis.
yeah.
No, but I think it's good. I'd probably put it like A tier personally. I don't like Moth that much. Like I feel like Moth wants to be like a real breaker here, but this like I don't know. I feel like
That's
this
an
mod guy never actually does anything.
That's an 8 point Orthwar? Really? Okay, we probably need to put that down to like 6, low key. That's not
I mean,
even playing
Orthworm's
guy.
good, just not when you already have a guard jump.
Yeah. And I kinda don't like this team kinda lacks like the sped no. I was gonna say it lacks sped def. I feel like I can kinda stick to that though. Like Orthworm, it just I don't know. It's such a weird steal because it's like it lacks a lot of like what's it called? Sped def.
It has
And
Reverum
like
syndrome.
Vaporeon yeah. Like at least you have Vaporeon to kind of patch it out. But Vaporeon usually wants to be like max phys dev most weeks. I feel like.
The one thing
Uh,
Orthworm's actually good at is it's good against like Earthquakers that rely on like Stone Edge to hit
yeah,
the Earthquake switch ends. Cause like
it's
a lot of them just get completely walled by it. Like I mean, I guess he has
level
guard jump,
T.
but yeah, like that type of stuff. But
It's
I feel
good
like
into
even then,
treads, I would say.
Oh yeah.
Vikavolt just does that same thing with Terra Steel. So like, yeah, I don't
Oh,
know.
that's that's true.
I I
Yeah, and
I
I
see
guess
it like this. This is a team. I kind of see the vision with
this is a team.
Weavile
Okay.
and Moth to like kind of break, cause like end of the day, you're prepping for Terrapagos, and Terrapagos is definitely gonna just either early game break or late game sweep you. Like like
Yeah.
you remember in LGA, I was just sweeping most teams or clicking buttons with it every other day. Like Chomp is cool. Chomp is just hazard bot here. That's the one thing I don't like about it. Like you're not really bringing Earthworm, so so Hazard Chomp is gonna come every other week. So it's forced to be defensive into most matchups. Um. Also, I think it's this team is boots reliant as fuck. Like,
Yeah, 3 months. No, 4 months. Love boots on this team.
yeah.
No, 5.
And I guess your end goal for and I guess your end goal with this type of team is just like to bring a lot of hazards so your opponent could defog and then like you kind of play a game where there is no hazards. But like that's like a
Mhm.
best case scenario and then
Yeah,
you're like losing out on a lot of damage because like for example you're not enabling Terrapagos to run any other set outside of like I guess lead power herb or boots.
hmm,
So like and then
yeah.
Weavile's always gonna run boots and when it wants to run
But that's
choice
fine
band.
usually.
But yeah, that is fine, yeah.
Oh, better, true. Yeah,
Yeah. When it's like your
that's still
main
fine.
physical breaker though. Terra Enamours
Yeah.
though, I do like this mon a lot. I do have a good opinion of it. That it's like a
Mhm.
really strong special breaker that forces a lot of
Yeah,
prep. Cause like if it's anything but like specs, you're basically cooked. Cause like CM Iron Defense is pretty broken, I would say.
it's D-Kiss too. Yep.
Yeah. But it's a
Overcoat is an
technical.
underrated ability
Yeah.
on it too.
I don't think it's
True.
bad though. I don't think this draft is bad at all. The Sidua as a defogger is fine.
Hmm.
I like Vaporeon to Wish Pass always. That's always good here at least for
Yeah.
Terapagos. Mm,
I'm just thinking like one really good fighting type
Yeah,
kind of
that's what I
like
was
moves
thinking
this
too. Like
team.
one that can actually
Yeah.
break past an Emorus, it just wins.
Hmm.
yeah. Shifu actually just
Like the
wins here. Shifu. Yeah.
Single. Yeah.
Single or
the
rapid.
answers to physical attackers are like not that great. Like imagine a like an Ogerpon Hearthflame. Like what does it do into the Ogerpon Hearthflame?
Uh,
You just lose.
I would say that Water Pond also just fucks his team.
Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'll keep it in my notes. I
I
don't
don't
think
think the
I'm.
Terras save him from that either. Or-
I don't
Well, I
think.
mean, the Vikavolt has fire, and so does the Enam. Anyways, you're saying? You can go ahead. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, no, no.
Oh no, I was done with my point. You're good.
Oh. Yeah.
Sorry.
I just wish that the removal was better for what their team is. Like this is the one team where you honestly, man, you wish the rat like, bro, like okay, I guess the Rapago spins right. Like this is true. It does spin. It's a great spinner. But like you're gonna have so many weeks where like you want rock polish over that, right?
Yeah,
Because like Spectre is coming in for free on you. Like unless you're Dark Pulse and Dark Pulse doesn't do damage. It does like 30 to 35 to like 40-ish maybe on like its best day, you know? I don't know. That's just like a little niche critique, but I think it's an A tier
I mean
team though. Yeah.
I think it runs boot spam fine though.
Yeah, no,
Like
for
you
sure.
have
yeah,
a like it doesn't need a Scarfer that bad. You have Weavile and like you don't need like you have a decent amount of offense without like needing choice items or anything. And like
yeah.
nothing here needs like resist berry that badly. Like I feel like it can run boot spam fine. I don't know, I think that's like a just solid team. I'd probably put it A tier.
Nah, yeah, I agree though. It's a really good team.
Yeah. Sorry, I
But
was just
it's definitely dependent
sitting
on the
up.
player though. Cause if he's bad, then the whole looks like shit.
Mhm.
He's the
And for these types of teams, having experienced it myself, boot spam is like good.
yo.
I'm looking at the pace that I had a very similar team like this, and yeah, every week I brought like 3 boots on every
Yeah.
guy because it's just yeah.
Do you think that it's better than that's better than everything in A tier or is middle of the pack? I think it might be the best
Let me
one.
look at Hades.
I think it might be the best one from A.
Think it's better than Haney's. And then there's Pink Stork, right?
Yeah,
Or who's in
Pink
who's
Stork. Snorlax, yeah.
it's um hmm, I kinda like his team more a little bit, yeah. I mean Silverius' team more. Yeah, you could put it top. That's fair.
Fair. But Black
Alright,
Flame
cool.
DS. Okay. So this was the first team I put down in D tier. Okay.
That's
What? Okay, I did. I
That
need to
was
look
me.
at
That
this.
was me.
Get your glasses on for this one, guys.
What? Yeah. What am I looking at? Hold up.
The problem is like 3 of these mons wish they had Terra. Like
Yeah, I was gonna
Arcanine,
say it's like
Palm,
5 Terra captains.
Inteleon. They all love Terra. Even
No,
Ambipom to
honestly,
an extent.
like 7 of these.
Yeah,
Like
that
Reva,
ass.
Araquanid, the Electrode, Arcanine, Conkeldurr, and Bupom and Teleon. I feel like they all want Terra. I don't know.
Inteleon without.
I don't see the vision here.
I don't know why Inteleon's here.
There's like
I don't.
no Spadef either on
Like
this
you,
team.
you already have like a lot of speed. If you already have a lot
Oh,
of special breaking power, you already have a really strong water for that matter. So I don't really see what Inteleon's really doing here.
I guess like Araquanid is your Spadef, but it's your only Spadef. Oh, like you got Intim, double Intim, Donphan, like that's cool and all. But then like, it
Also,
just kind of
like, what does
there's
Ambipom do here?
it's
Like, I think
it's
the
a
only
normal
It can do
guy.
thing
Ambipom
Ambipom's good
things.
at is speed
Yeah.
control. But we have a Latios and a Namarus. We have what else is there? Electrode is like the best speed control you can get.
We
Conkeldurr with
love
Rock
fake
Punch.
rain.
Like what? I feel like Ambipom is just a sink of points. Like it's not actually doing
Yeah.
anything.
No potato dead ass. There's like 4 teams in Hatterene that look like they were gonna be rain teams. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, no, on this team, yeah, there's just like I'm looking at this and there's so many pieces that just feel like they'll do better with a different supporting cast. Like the glue here is Donphan, and that's it. You need like something here to like support like these mods. Like, look at the pivot cores. Where are we going? Where, like,
Yeah, wait. Our pivots are Latios
Latios and Electrode and
and
Ambipom,
Electrode
and I guess
and
Inteleon, but
Ambipom.
no, you need like something here to get Latios and Enam in for free.
Dude, I feel
Like,
like anything, like the second anything looks like Swords Dance, Dragon Dance, like any setup move, like what do you do?
yeah, if Donphan loses Sturdy, it's over. Timu support pieces, wait, true. Yeah, no, it literally has like all the roles you would want, but like none of the supporting casts to support those roles. Like, it has all the types, I guess. Like it has fire, water, grass, fairy, steel, dragon, and stuff, but like none of like the synergies that go with those typings. I don't know.
It
What I
also
would
it
do.
has really good. We're gonna say.
Mhm. Oh, you can go ahead. No, I can finish later.
I was just gonna say I feel like it has good speed tiers, but like it doesn't even need them. Like once you have
Yeah.
Electrode, I feel like your speed tiers don't matter. Like you don't need your 120 if you also have an
Uh-huh.
Electrode. Like I think if it just went from Electrode straight to Latios, I think that would be like fine. And he also has a bunch of
Mhm.
priorities, so, like he doesn't need that much speed. I don't think. I feel like this would rather
Yeah.
be like a bulky, somewhat slower draft rather than a fast draft that also has priority and just has no defense at all.
Hmm. I was just gonna say this team is flying weak as fuck, so I would low key drop the Rev. You already have a poison and overquill. Put the Terror on Conk. Maybe drop Arc. Keep the Electrode. I kind of like it here a little bit. And then like just adjust like your lower tiers or like your Ambipom, your Inteleon. Just get like something out of that, like another water maybe, because Araquanid does not like to be the only defensive water in my opinion. This team is also really fighting weak. Like, even with Enam and Latios, they don't always want to switch into fighting types, especially with like knock off on Latios. And then if the fighters click knock into Enam, then it has no more boots, no more scarf, and now it's toast to rocks. Like, you kind of need like that backbone there. This team looks like it needs a G King, low key.
Bro, look at any offensive fairy type in this team.
Yeah,
Like
dead
any
ass.
offensive fairy type that like has any ground move, anything to like kill a rubber room. Like what are you
Yeah,
doing? I guess
exactly. Yeah,
Arcanine, but like I feel like half the fairies just beat Arcanine anyways.
yeah, because there's no way to really threaten him, unfortunately, without Terra. I don't
Like
know.
Diancie and Trick Room, you just like 4 things are just dead on the
Yeah, look at
spot.
this. Look at this team like a Torrent too. Like, what are you doing? Where are you going? To the bin, bro. Like, it's over. Anyway, I think this team deserves to stay where it is, which is at the
It's definitely
bottom.
the worst one we've looked at.
Yeah, it's not getting a G King for it says that's true. Get a Polytoad. Okay, wait. Yo, does Latios get Thunder? I think it does, right? Yeah. Now you can make this into a rain team. You just like drop a bunch of
Telling
shit.
Latios to use Thunder is already probably a sign of trouble, though.
Hey, that's cooking. They did that in Gen 3 at Ubers. They do that. Is it manual? Yeah, okay. Oh,
Probably.
our host has gone AFK.
Um, does anyone
Alright.
want to? We could do like a streaming activity. We could do like
Yeah.
Okay,
oh
let's do
never
sport
oh
activity.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
he's
here.
back.
never mind. He
Oh, he's
swapped
back.
it. Okay, who's next?
Okay, we're
Oh,
alive.
really?
All right. This is let me check who this is. This is really no idea. Okay. So, all right. What do you guys think about this team?
All
I
right,
thought it was
I
cool.
wasn't
Oh,
I was like listening. I just wasn't talking. But by the
Oh,
way, yeah.
okay.
What did you s- I didn't hear what you said about Larios Enam. How did you feel about that?
Oh,
Dicks.
it's a really bad offensive core because they are
Yes.
walled
Yeah.
by the exact same things, like literally
Steals.
identical.
Also, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I heard like 5 Terra captains. There's actually like 6 of them or 7.
Yeah, no, I said 7. Like it's
Yeah,
low key
there's
7.
seven of them. Like,
The-
I feel like not slapping the
the-
Terra on the conch and going Terra. Like, I feel like, damn, this team would be shiesty if you just drop 1, 2, and this thing. Yeah, and then you like Terra the conch. You keep Terra Electrode. Arcanine, I guess, is
Mhm.
fine if you have like a good defensive core. Um, and like maybe another ground resist. But yeah, it's an interesting team.
Mhm.
It's definitely bottom of D tier, right? We agree with this, right?
Yep. We said
Yeah, I'm
bottom
pretty
worst
sure
team.
he said he was like just drafting that fun this season,
Yeah.
which honestly, that's kind of what it looks like.
I agree. Yeah.
I mean, I think
So
for
look
sure
what
though,
happens
there's
when you
teams
have
that,
fun. Bottom
yeah,
of the tier.
We hate fun.
I
No
think
fun.
though, I think
Exactly.
that this is a tough team to prep for though, cause like,
Ugh.
you know, there's not much shit
Rubber
that
Room's
comes
a
in off
bitch.
this.
I hate
Yeah.
Is it
prepping
hard to
Rubber
prep
Room.
for?
Yes,
Yes,
because you
Rubber
could
Room a
bring Screen's
bitch.
Really?
Electrode, bro, and you bring
Oh
Screen's
wait, okay, don't
Electrode,
let him
and
cook.
then like
Alright, let's
Bro,
move on. That's ass. That's ass.
that's
I
ass.
feel like I
Oh
just
my
out
god.
I feel like you just out offense this with like any breaker at all.
Okay, let's ignore the fact that like, you know what, the top 2 teams shit on it, but let's ignore that. Copium.
let's
Yo, this shit is just Paldea,
okay.
bro. This is just whatever. This looks like one of
Oh,
my drafts.
I know, dude. This looks like Fritz's team from Hatena season 5, or not Hatena, sorry, Hatcham season 5, like a little bit. Like it's got the DNA, you know, like the
I
Bolilla.
I
there's no
don't like it that there's
Peliphin.
a Rillaboom here. I don't see what this guy's doing.
It helps Bolt a lot.
It's
That's
Yeah,
about it.
I mean, I guess.
it's a
I don't know.
bulky
But
I
grass, bro. It can never Rillaboom can never be bad, bro. That's spooky.
it makes
that's true.
Crocodile a lot worse.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
got high
okay, well,
horsepower.
I think yeah, it gets high horsepower, so but it's still kind of a.
Yo, Crook
See,
already
Fritz
has
agrees
low
with
enough
that.
attack in this gen where it looks like it's power creep. It does not want to run fucking high horsepower and misses stab. That sounds
Yeah,
ridiculous.
that is. Um,
I also I think Rillaboom and Ribombee are like the same thing. They're like
I don't like B.
fake utility. They're both walled by like the exact same stuff. Like you're never bringing both Rillaboom and Ribombee. Like it's
Yeah,
just
I
never
don't.
happening.
I personally don't like B, but I see its value. Like not on this team, but just like in general. I don't know. It just because like especially because your main removal here is defog. So like even if you do get the webs up, they're probably going down if you get like pressured enough with hazards, which this team kind of does. Like I guess Rillaboom does kind of offset hazards with like grassy terrain chip heal, but like that's not healing. 12% and stuff.
Yo,
Yeah, I would
Here's
actually like. I would like this if it were a Rillaboom Sneasler team, because I feel like most Rillaboom
wow.
Sneasler teams lack like actual breakers. We have like Keldeo and
they got Rilla
Arcanine,
Dogi. They got Rilla
which
Dogi.
make like
It's not.
actual. Yeah, I know. Like if it had Sneasler though, I feel like it'd actually be good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Wow.
I just
What you
don't
say?
like. I think Rillaboom on any team that doesn't have a ground that's basically not Blood Moon, the two land or Lando Eye, Swampert. Like I feel like any kind of physical ground with Rillaboom is
Yep.
just it's just a bad pairing and it always kind of causes trouble.
Skarmory, Skarmory to this team though, I would not want to be him low key.
dude, I would never want to be a Skarmory.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I think this team is still good. Sadly,
It's
It's not bad. I actually don't
sadly
think it's
Terra
bad.
Arc is banned. So
It would be crazy with Terra
It'd be
Arc.
so crazy, yeah. I think
Yeah.
it's good though. It
I
has
don't.
really good breakers overall.
Yeah, it actually
Keldeo,
does.
yeah, Keldeo Arc. Dogi is like a sweeper, but like it's also a good breaker because it hits hard as fuck with Era. Um,
Hmm.
I like its pivots. Like I guess you count Rangy Bolt as a pivot, and Corv as a pivot. Rilla was also a pivot, because Rilla could just run bulky shit. It could run Leech Protect every other week, and then nobody would care.
I
Um,
love Leech Seed Rilla. Oh my
yeah,
gosh. Yes, that's so great.
I
I
think
don't know.
it's good though.
I hate that it has a Rillaboom and a Bombay.
That's right, yeah.
Like that's my biggest knock on it. Like I feel like it's hard to bring. Like let's say you have a matchup where like Crocodile looks bad and like they have a good
Uh-huh.
Keldeo answer. Like how
Yeah.
are you bringing 6 into that like ever?
Yo, but
Like I
you
feel
know
like
what
it's
looks
just hard to
shakes?
make actual teams with this.
Yeah, I
That's
feel
true,
like
yeah.
this is one of those teams where like every week you have like 8 mons that you want to bring, but you can't fit the other two. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm. Or it might be one of those things where it's like you find your five and you cannot for the life find the
Cannot like
six.
your 6 is just a dead slot no matter what.
yeah.
Yeah. You know what the six will be
I feel
though?
like if you drafted
Grassy
Rabambi,
seed.
I feel like if you
Oh,
drafted
go ahead, go
Rabambi, you
ahead.
had to like terror this shit, especially in a comp like
Yeah.
this. Because like Rabambi
Hmm.
is already Rabambi has no coverage, right? Maybe if you give it like Terra
Yeah.
Ground or Terra Fire, then you could see like this team looks different now. Because it's not only gonna set
Hmm.
up webs, like
Yeah. I get that, yeah.
yeah.
I was just gonna say some LARP shit. I was just saying the last would be like
Okay, let's
I
see.
do like
Let's
the
see.
Farigiraf setup sets on this team though. They look
Yeah.
great.
I think
I call my
I
grassy
mean
seed.
I definitely do see like grassy seed being a thing on like half of these mons. Like grassy
No
seed on
facts, yeah.
on the Raging Bull, grassy seed on maybe the Ogi plus Farigiraf. It could set up its end games pretty
Keldeo.
well. That's what I think.
Yeah,
I just think like it's one of those teams that just sucks in prep. Like I feel like
I think
bro's
it's like
gonna
yeah.
go
I
through
think
a
it's
headache every week.
yeah, I think it's like really close to being really good. Like it's
There's some
not
good
bad,
cryo here too.
but like I don't know. I feel like there's just a lot of pieces that just don't work. Like it's like
Yeah.
really close to being like high A or low S, but it's
This
definitely not there.
this team would also like a little bit more spadef, I feel like,
Yeah.
somewhere. Because Corby, yeah, will run max Fizdef. I guess like you
I
do
mean,
have
it
some
doesn't
good
need
AV
Spadef
mods
when
of
you have
Volt.
good AV mons, and you also have Boat, who's a
Yeah.
good Spadef mon overall. AV Dogi is
Mhm.
super good.
A good
One thing
fairy
I
might
hate,
overwhelm this team
actually,
though.
one thing I hate about it is just his matchups into like top tiers. Like,
Yeah.
uh, Val 6
Keep
0 you.
Zama.
Yo, Zama, yo,
Zama.
Zama hitting the lake. Wow.
It just runs psychic fangs for the Dogi.
Yo, just
I don't
imagine
know.
this shit. Your best, like, you had to leave Rilla at home if you see Zama on preview, cause like, because like, yo, Crook isn't doing shit. Arc is like doing
Do
like
like 5
40.
damage in terrain versus
Yo,
Zama.
Arc is like doing 40, and it has to catch it, and it has to be Scarf, cause it can't run ban. So
Mhm.
yeah, GG. Just shake his hand, bro. Just shake his hand.
You can just
Wait, it's
iron
actually
defense
I
with
didn't. It's actually so fighting weak.
Yeah,
This
Yeah.
I feel like Rabombi needs to be a real fairy.
Here's what you
for
do.
sure.
You stop your Dogi is poison water dark, put fairy on it, and then like wait no, it still loses to Zama. Put ghost on it, and then put guard dog on it, and now you can win. There you go. There's your
There you
win code.
go.
Right.
Actually, yeah, this doesn't have a ghost. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, if I feel like this team doesn't care, like you're not gonna really prefer hazards for this team at least. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
webs, but like, eh,
Honestly,
in
that's actually out of place here, yeah.
yeah. Also,
I didn't
fire
even
types
notice
kind
it.
of 6-0 this. Like, I mean, he has the best
Oh.
fire type, low key, but you know what actually hits a? I was gonna say, you know what hits a lick on it? Ursaluna Blood Moon. That shit kind of fucking
Mm,
clicks.
yeah.
Yeah, ice types Weavile 6-0 in this shit too. Just saying, cause outside
Oh
of
yeah,
Dogi,
cause
yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
Um,
We could.
low
I'm
A.
saying C or like. Oh,
Ooh,
we're
whoa,
there.
whoa.
Okay.
B?
I would
Oh.
say I think it's like mid B. That's what I
Yeah, I
would
was gonna
say.
say a
I
B,
would
low
say
key.
high B.
Yeah.
I mean, I think besides
I
like a
think
few
C is too
matchup
harsh.
things,
Okay, is it
it's
better than
fine.
Fritz?
I
No
think
one's
it
better
is.
than Fritz. Also, just kidding. But let me look at Fritz's team real quick.
I think we overrated Fritz's team a little bit.
That's fair.
his
Overrated.
offense, yeah.
I think yeah, Fritz is like one pitch run away from actually looking.
Here's what we can do. We can put Fritz up. We can put him above Fritz, but when Fritz leaves to like go like do something, we can just like move him down. You know?
Oh, he's
Great
here.
idea.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
here.
Fritz, why don't you just like
Oh,
join the
my
call
fault.
and like go explain your team while we're here?
I think he's a little busy right now.
Yeah. This
All
shit
right.
is the top of A tier. Gang, what are you smoking?
Who said that?
Fritz. Next one. Let's just move on. We have the last
Yeah.
Monty
three.
Mole.
I think
Lord,
Monty
here come the
Who's there?
is.
rage
Cleavor.
at home.
These
I like
were
the
the
Terra
rain teams, by
captains.
the way. He drafted Gren
Yeah,
in order to get rain, by the way. Cause he got sniped on
that's
Arch,
true.
I think. So
This is true. This is true. And then he sniped her eighth.
yeah, and then
But
he sniped.
I actually like this. I actually think this is
It
really
is
good.
good. Nah,
I
this
like
is
the Terra
I,
captains a lot.
I do
yeah.
too.
I was gonna say his rockers suck, and then I saw Cleavor, and I was like,
Yeah, but
oh,
yeah, it's
okay,
Cleaver.
all is saved.
Ola saved, yeah. I
There's
mean,
actually so much you can do with this draft.
yeah, I think it has so much ability to just set up and sweep, or like just break in general.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah, for real.
you can't really switch into
Um,
8 plus Luna pretty well. Um,
nope.
you have screens with Grim. Even if people prep for it and bring Brick Break, then you get T-waved, and then Iron Crown is still gonna set up and fucking win. Cleavor
Mhm.
is actually pretty good as a Terra Captain. Does
Yeah.
because like its damage output is insane. It could run agility or wait, it doesn't have agility, right? It has
Which
Trailblaze.
one?
Trailblaze.
Yeah,
Trailblaze? Oh yeah, Luna has Trailblaze. Yeah.
yeah.
You
Great.
get
These are
two up, you
great
usually could
breakers,
win.
bro. These are really
I
You
good
also
know.
fucking breakers. Damn.
you can't actually remove the screens in front of Annihilate unless you have like
Yeah, you have to have
Mr. Rhyme.
defog.
Court change.
Yo,
Mr. Ram
Is
is
Prime even in
9
this
this
gen?
tier. No. That's so sad.
damn.
No, but like you don't even want to defog in front of an Annihilate though, is the thing.
Yeah.
You can't defog.
Could
Damn, you
mirror
can't
Herb the
defog
fog.
or spin. And
Ooh.
respectfully, damn. I'm not
Hmm.
gonna lie. How do you win? Cause if screens are up, Larias is just gonna hit the goop too. Like you have two
Yeah.
mons that kind of do the same thing. Damn.
Uh-huh. I was
And
gonna
he
say,
also
go
no
ahead.
go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
Terrible.
I was gonna say like it doesn't have to be screens either. Like it has like a lot
Yeah.
of raw breaking power anyways. I think Terra
Hmm.
Cleaver is actually like really good at making progress, if nothing else. Because
Oh
like a
yeah.
lot of this draft, like a lot of them are like win cons, and like you're not really like bringing Annihilate in to make progress early in a match. But like Cleaver, anytime Cleaver comes in, something's happening, which I think
Those
this draft makes
multipliers.
a lot.
Yeah,
Yo,
those multipliers stack on Cleavor.
and the 50-50,
Yeah,
like in the 50-50 lead with Cleavor, where it's either Sash or Scarf, you can't really risk it
Fucking
because
hate
it's
that.
gonna
Yeah.
explode you. Yeah.
I hate that. Yeah. That ass. I
Uh,
was also gonna say,
wow.
that like I love that like double psychics kind of work here. Usually like when you have double psychics, it's like over. But you have like two good knock absorbers like Luna. Once it pops the flame orb, it brings it on some like neutral ass knock. It's over. You get Ape to boost up your rage fist, and you
You have
also
a
have
sticky
Grim
hold
Snarl
muck.
or that too. Yeah, and then your ghost switching is Luna or Grim Snarl or Gren. Well, Gren doesn't want to switch it, but Luna will. And it's just a free thing. Um, Crown is also great glue here because I was like, yo, this team is Ice Week, and then I saw AV Crown, and I was like, you know what, this is fine.
You know what I see?
We're gonna be
Fucking
good.
Belly Boat, bro. Belly Boat is
Oh
that
yeah,
guy here. Cause he has Terra
he
Water,
is.
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
What are the
hmm
terrors on it?
let's
Uh,
peep.
it has Water, Electric, Fairy.
That's some good type. Yep.
Wait, let me. And the Cleaver is Bug Fighting Ghost. Yeah, that's shiesty.
hmm
Yo, Ghost
Yeah.
Cleaver is amazing, bro. Yeah, I think honestly, I don't even have to. We don't even have to say much about it. I think this is easily a S tier draft.
hmm
Cause
It's a
like
good
even
ass draft.
like bro, it has a fraud, but like yo, Cutie Fly on a random week for webs.
It gets stun spore. Yeah.
Yeah,
I will
tough.
also say this is off topic, but I helped
Yeah.
this guy use Terra Mew, or like I showed
Oh
him the light.
yeah.
So he's like my favorite to win Loki. It is a good team though. Yeah, I like this team a
I
lot.
would say it's better
Um,
than. I think it's better than Zev's. Low key.
low key,
Low key.
I agree.
I
Nah,
like it. It's definitely my favorite draft, but it's also just like stuff I would draft.
Okay, but your favorite draft
yeah,
is like gonna be this one though. Look at this.
it looks
J-Boo.
great. Like I love it. Oh,
This
J-Boo.
is
Oh, J-Boo. Yeah,
shiesty.
wait,
This is
wait,
yo.
wait.
All
I
the
was
good drafts were saved for literally the end,
look at
Or the
this shit,
the Terra
bro.
Swalot though as the grounded poison.
Hey.
Wait,
I mean,
bro.
this
these
is
Terra
treads.
captains though?
Does it fucking
Oh,
care about granted poison when
He's
you
got
have
both of my.
iron fucking treads?
That's
M
true.
Torn. Yeah, I like this team a lot, man.
He's got the Terra Lantern and the Terra Lokix.
Yeah, that's
So
some
both
U
my
core
goats.
shit right there. Yeah,
I do you need the Terra types or what? Cause I could just tell you. You could just guess what low kicks is.
I mean, Lokix is
Bug
just Bug
Dark,
Dark, and a third one it's never bringing.
Fire.
Poison probably, or Fire.
In
It's
Yeah.
fire.
Lantern,
Let's
oh,
we
it's
could check it
fire.
right
I mean,
now.
it's never,
Fire. Yeah, it's
it's never
never
doing
clicking
anything
that
Mhm.
other than
shit.
stab.
Nope.
Yeah,
Lantern is
Double heal
water
stabs.
water fairy ghost and wait, oh, you
Ooh.
put the Terra wrong. It's not Sableye, it's a Swallow.
Oops.
Yeah.
Let me. There we go.
Yo, Terra Swallow is shiesty, bro. Relax. Chill on my boy,
True.
chill on my boy.
And you want like stockpile or something?
Bro,
This is
it
one
gets
of those
SD.
teams where.
I guess SD, bro.
Yeah, no, it does. It gets like
It's like
goobage coverage too,
it's
dude.
like EQ and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking insane. It gets sticky hole too. Like, come on. It actually has value, like low key. Anyway, I was just gonna say this is one of those teams where double grounds actually work. Like this looks great because like Trev will like wall every electric type, but like the thing with Luna is that if in my experience using it, it doesn't wall electric types, but it walls like 50% of physical attackers, which means you can take off that pressure off treads and just like throw it at anything, and it'll
Yeah.
just like sit on it. Like it takes like 20 from like Excadrill's Earthquake if I like max HP or something like that. It's like insane.
Actually,
So I
crazy
like it here a
statement.
lot.
Nobody drafted Sen. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh yeah.
T-Tar plus Joe are just left on the board, which is crazy.
The removal.
Um,
Oh, we didn't address Monteeble's removal issue.
do we really address it? Cause it doesn't really fucking matter. Like you could set
Yeah,
up
it works
hazard,
too
sure,
fast.
but like, bro, okay. If y'all want to really talk about it, okay. What mon on this team cares about hazards? Like actually, like
Boots
cares in
Grand.
the
Boots.
bro. You
Maybe.
don't ever run boots, Grand. It's just scarf. It's just scarf
That's
and
true.
fucking
That's
and just cleans up the
life
game.
orbits.
And then like you have two
Yeah,
early assist breakers. Like you have Larias who could break early. You could have Crown who's just gonna pivot around and also break early or late game sweep you.
yeah,
Ape is like maybe the only one that cares, and then Ape is just gonna run rest talk. Like in a
yeah. I don't know.
matchup
This
where
team
it's
didn't really
yeah.
feel like Hazard Week, so like it just felt like it wasn't.
And
I don't know
also
why.
like if you really care that much about hazards in a matchup, you could just bring Defog on the Cleavor. It honestly just doesn't care though.
Yeah. Alright, we can go back to J Boo though.
Yeah,
The back
you
to
could talk
peak.
about peak. Yeah, this shit is peak.
actually, I like the other one more than this one
Low
personally.
key.
Oh, Monty Moles?
Yeah,
I kind of do a little, yeah.
Yeah, I
Torrent
like the
Treads will
end
wall
games more.
everybody and their grandma, I will say.
I will say this team is hard to like come in on. You can't switch on this team at all. It also just forces a lot of 50-50s because like yeah, we're gonna be running protect every time for low kicks, but like what if low kicks just decide to get an SD up and then now
Yep.
it's gonna sucker punch you down, or like it just U-turns and then brings in Shifu and Shifu gets a kill. Treads is also like a good
Yeah.
late game cleaner. Torn is amazing, obviously. Screamtail is good wish passing for Luna if it doesn't want to run Moonlight.
Hmm.
Um, Ogre is
I
good
will say,
actually as a spiker, but I
yeah,
don't really. That's the one thing I don't like about this team, that it's only like
yeah,
spiker is Ogre and Screamtail. Based off my experience, struggles to run rocks a lot of times because it's strapped for movesots. Because it wants to run
wish check
Encore,
Encore T Wave, yeah.
yeah, T Wave, Wish Protect, plus move to hit something. Like, yeah, it's a tough
Hmm.
ask.
I was also gonna say this team kind of needs a fire because with the problem with Treads is your steel is it doesn't resist ice. And his only ice resist, well, it is good. Rapid Chief was really good ice resist. When Lantern too.
Rapid
Like if Lantern
strokes.
Terra is done, it's kind of an issue.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, but like even then, you don't really give a shit about Kirim, cause what is Kirim like? There's
Kirim,
workarounds at best that run the best ice types in the format. I think it,
it runs DD into this matchup, I think.
yeah, it does.
But then has to fear low kick, so
And then it has
L,
to fear
I
low
guess.
kicks and low key. It kind of fears Lantern, bro.
Low key, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that yeah, maybe like low key Val treads. Not treads. Tusk kind of rolls this team though, cause if cause
hmm
if it manages to get a spin off, then it just fucking sweeps you.
With attack booster, yeah.
Yeah. Uh.
None of the fast stuff
Yeah.
like actually breaks either. I think that's my biggest
Yeah.
problem with it. Like I feel like it's really easy to out offense it. If you have like any like specs band that's like kind of fast, like it's
hmm
just
Yeah.
gonna outrun the things that can actually kill it. Cause like Torn's good, but I feel like
It's
this
not
draft
hitting.
wants to be running like bulky Torn more often than not.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like Torn from my it doesn't hit hard, but it's just the speed control that really makes it like a bitch.
But yeah,
Screamtail we know does not hit hard. Treads will
yeah,
usually
they
run
can really quick.
defense, so its earthquakes will do like 30.
Yeah,
Uh.
Uh,
I
Yeah.
feel like it needs like one more fast breaker.
yeah,
But to be
Cause like
honest though, I think it
Ogerpon,
can make it work.
Ogerpon's not that good of a breaker.
It's not.
I
yeah.
that guy's like utility.
hmm
Yeah. I mean, most weeks than not, yeah. Ogrepon does struggle to break, but I think it's fine. I think it's overall like one of the better teams just 'cause, like by comparison though, like like I feel like comparing it to
hmm
Gmax where a lot of teams were more well-rounded, this kind of like fits into that same category where like it's really good. It has all the options it needs to succeed. Um, maybe it's like one trade off of like being perfect, but like I don't think you could perfect it. To be honest with you, it's
Yeah.
hard to make this team better than what it is because like it has good breakers. It's just one of those teams that focuses on like it's a late game more than it does like trying to like win early game. So
hmm
fuck it.
I
Yep.
don't think it's too Kieran weak either, because like full Spadef Screamtail, Psychic Noise through the sub, and it's
Facts.
Jover.
It is Jover.
If it runs DD too, it can't be scale shot or else it'll get range until like low kicks is priority. And Arceluna has vacuum wave, which is real.
That shit is not doing that much damage, bro.
It does
Anyways.
like 30. Oh, it just be okay. Nah, that's true though. Every
Although,
team is
although,
Kieran weak, let's be
although,
real.
thankfully the guy that drafted Kiram has Palafin, so he kind of smokes this shit, no lie. But
Oh shit, yeah.
yeah. Anyways, last
That's what
team.
I feel like
Yeah.
I don't I feel like it's easy to overwhelm this team. Cause it's like bulky offense kinda, but it's not like that bulky.
hmm
Yeah, I
Like I feel like
agree.
you need low kicks. Low kicks is your way of not losing to like everything pretty much. And like
I
low
hate to
kicks is
say it.
kinda
Go
what
ahead.
were you gonna say?
No, you can finish. You can finish your point. I'm
I
sorry.
was just gonna say low kicks is like kinda unreliable as a revenge killer sometimes, cause like first
hmm
impression they can always protect on it. Sucker punch is
Yeah,
like they can always just switch on it. Like low kicks is a good revenger, but you usually want like at least one or two others as well, which is not kinda
that's
lack.
Low kicks
yeah,
Luna is basically the backbone of this team with Shifu on the end trying to like trailblaze. That's how I feel about it.
yeah. You could bring
Anyways,
like
yeah.
Zama. Is, by the way, Zama gets soloed by Sable. I just wanted to say
Oh shit, you're right.
he just
Wait,
Nightshade
no, Zama's
hardcore and over
clicking
and over.
Moonblast, bro. Stop.
No,
I think this
fix
is
it.
high A though.
Yeah,
Okay,
I like high A.
Wits. Wits
and
is the
now
last one, and this is just fucking rain.
Rain
You know
Team.
where? Let's not even look at this too hard. You know where this is going. This is going in us,
Really?
bro.
Bundle? I don't like bundle and raid.
Bro. Okay, let me explain the vision to you. You cover up
I
bundle.
hate this.
Now
Looks.
you have Arch, Zap, fucking Hatterene, right? Who deny hazards. You have Clodsire, which was the water. I guess the sole savior for a lot of drafts to counter rain is gone because he has it. You have Cyclozar for hazards, for hazard control. Bro, what does it struggle with? I
Cure
don't
him.
see
Where's
the
the
video.
physical? Our physical breaker is a Barracuda. That is it.
Barracuda.
Hey,
Yes.
he's real with Terra. That shit is
Okay,
a
but the
fucking demon.
You don't need
but nothing.
anything
No.
else. I
You
don't
do. You
understand.
do.
No,
You
you
have
don't.
like 7 special attackers and a
Okay,
Barracuda.
I'm telling you, if anything resists
Oh
both
my
water and
god.
fighting, it's cooked.
Oh,
Dude, I
he's
actually
tender.
also
What other
bundle
coverage does
bundle and
Barrascuda get?
Psychic Fangs, Ice Fang, close combat.
I said water and fighting, so it's just Psychic Fang and Ice Fang, right?
It gets
and
something
that shit
else.
just not do damage.
It doesn't do
Crunch.
damage. I'm sorry. That's
Dude, like
unreal.
Everything.
Barracuda's like
Emmanuel.
it's fine. It's like okay. I don't think it's good enough to be your only physical attacker though.
Cloudtire's a huge momentum stick. Yes. No, Cloudtire is weird on this team, low key. Well,
I feel like this team is just like your typical rain team, so it's like
everyone's showing up. Let's go.
Bro,
Okay.
look, I'm gonna tell you something. Everyone says that,
Quick,
but
big.
this shit is going to clean a lot of teams. Yo, if you look at half of these
Oh,
drafts, it shits on half of them. Literally,
it,
more than half of them.
other teams just clean
Yeah.
teams just because weather is a strong synergy.
Yeah.
It's just like um it's very predictable.
I
So I
wanted to.
wouldn't have it probably as your like number one team, but I would probably have it like 4 or 5,
Okay,
6.
wits.
I haven't looked at
Wits, if
other
you're
teams.
when you watch
But
this, when you're done with work, here's how you fix this team. All right, here's what you do: take tear off Scrafty, take tear off Ludicolo, put on Pelipper, Trick Room Hatterene, Healing Wish to Pelipper, click Weather Ball, Specs, Terra Water, win. Trust me, that's the sauce. Anyway, so the point on the the point on the lack of physical breaking, it is not an issue because like what like defensive core deals with bundle arch, offensive zap. That yeah,
I mean,
that just that.
I just feel
That's
like
that.
four AVs.
Yeah,
My whole
but
team's back in an AV.
the problem with that is like they'll just get overwhelmed. I feel like I don't know. Like the
Actually,
the,
low
the
No,
key,
not
rain
there's 4 of them.
low
rain
key,
works faster.
yeah.
It's just, I don't
I
know.
just don't
We're gonna
like
see.
bundle here. Like there are so many water types I'd rather have because bundles like a big part of bundle's problem is already that's missing hydro pumps.
We should have got
And
weather
so now you're
ball.
just buffing the hydro pumps so it's gonna miss. Like
We're
I
gonna say
don't know.
Emmanuel. Emmanuel, you're gonna say sorry.
Bro, I think low key, if you had like Toro's fire type, this would be cool. Just
Yeah, yeah. Ludicolo looks so
Ins-
weird here.
Instead
We can
like the
definitely.
Scrafty or
yeah, obviously. I mean, Scrafty is like I guess the other fake breaker, but
I
like
hate him.
low key, I wish he could have just terrored the fucking Hatterene.
No, Pelipper. What are you talking about, bro?
What?
Lock in. You
Okay.
never seen Terra Pelli?
Yo,
The squid
he
trick
should
room
have
vibe?
grabbed Terra. He should have grabbed Terra Floatzel. Fuck all that.
Oh, that guy is a demon. No, no,
That
no.
shit is
Yeah, he's
demonic.
he
button
is.
clicker. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen it like two shot
La-
shit
yeah,
or like
last
local shit.
season defensive mons
That
like
shit was
flipping
running
Terra
pockets
Water
and
Wave
OU for like a
Crash.
lot of months. I remember back in
Yeah,
the
I
start.
ran that team too.
Yeah.
Floatzel is a goat.
Yeah. Terra Floatzel and Terra Scooter are the same mon. Yeah, but like you can bring Terra Floatzel and Barracuda just like by themselves, and it'll be just like flip turn, flip turn, flip turn. No, I'm kidding. That would that would not
I
work. I
think
feel like
Floatzel's better with Swift Swim, I think.
yeah, that's
'Cause
that is how that works.
Wow.
well, I'm saying Floatzel's attack stats higher, right?
No, it doesn't have a higher
No,
attack
it
stat.
just gets
It
wave
just get
crash.
witch
That's like the
Wave
crash.
reason.
crash, yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah, with the
yeah.
liquidation, yeah.
Mm.
It
That
does
makes a
it runs
huge
pockets.
difference.
Yeah, no,
It kills
Barracuda
itself.
actually never kills anything.
105 compared to 123, but yeah, wave
Scoot
crash.
Scuta's the best when you can like when you've like when it comes in as a revenge killer, just flip turns on something and just blows it up. Like Terra Water, Bandit Liquidation, and Rain, or like a flip turn. Sorry, that shit nukes. It's crazy. Um, well, I do see the point of
Pounds.
well, I do see the point of Claude here as like your water resist. I do not like it on this team as like a momentum sink a little bit, but what
Water
it does enable
resist.
it
Bro, it
has
has
water
water
absorb.
absorb.
Yeah, yeah.
Jason, please, I'm gonna mute you, bro. We're not gonna need. We're already at the end, gang. Let's not drop uneducated
So
opinions.
the reason
Uneducated
why
opinions. There's nothing weak to water on this team.
Gang,
it's spammable.
everything it's bro. Okay, what mon on this team has real spadef?
Oh.
You don't know ball, bro. This is what I'm saying. Uneducated opinions.
Well, no. I was saying
That
because Neku over there is talking about water resist, and I'm looking at the team.
Yes.
It's like
Bro, outside of
everything on this team
they
is
Arch
water.
resist,
isn't
but they're
Arch
not
doesn't like
real,
taking
especially
it.
in the rain.
Yeah, Arch doesn't like taking
Yeah,
water attacks. Bundle is definitely not taking water attacks because Bundle is a sweeper. Hatterene is not taking ring boosted water attacks. Pelipper has to go sped def, and even then, it has to click roost and U-turn, and then it's wasting a rain turn. So at that
okay,
point, you're losing out on breaking potential. Berescuda is
Baghead.
folding to everything. Cyclozorf has to run AV for whatever potential special shit, and even then,
Uh,
it's whatever water type it's facing is gonna get ice moved on. So like, where's the true water resist?
yeah, Baghead. I see you. I
Bonfire,
see Ludi.
water
I see you
absorb.
saying
Yeah, exactly.
exactly.
But that's what I'm explaining it to Jason.
I
Uh,
Jason,
okay,
who
No,
has
I
Ludi?
see. Get out, let me. Okay,
Ludicolo sucks. Okay, but
you
you're
don't
not.
want to bring exactly. Yeah,
You don't want to
look
bring
at
that
Ben.
shit.
Look at Shifu. Look at Shifu into this team. You turn on Ludi like
Archer Paladon
blows
can
that shit
take
up.
watered hits pretty
Anyways,
well.
as I was
Is
saying,
with
the
AV,
reason
I guess.
Yeah,
Claude
the
eats ice
reason
beam. Claude eats ice beam backhead.
that even is sorry. The reason I like Claude here is because from what I remember when he used this when because he modeled this team after another ranked team he had in another league. The reason I like Claude here is because you can prep raid, you could prep hyper offense, but this team has a fatso mode like Hat, Claude, Zapdos, Scrafty, Cyclizar. Like that's a fat core, and Archelodon is no exception either. Especially because you have like the healing wish from Hatterene, and you can get it in pretty easily with this team because you have they have like 3 flip turners, a bunch of U-turn. Like there's a good like defensive backbone here, and Claude can be like a detriment to some ranked teams if you want to move like pretty quickly. But at the same time, you also have some solid defense there, so it's not the worst. But
I mean, quad
I
on rain is
was.
like pretty standard. I think it's good.
yeah,
I
that's
like
cool.
it's really
Claude's
not like
fine.
I don't know
To
because
also,
it's a ground type that's not weak to water and it's
yeah,
also not weak to grass, which is like insane for a rain team because that's like
Claude
everything
does
it's
not drop to ice speed. That is not true. Have you seen that guy Spadev? Yes.
Also,
it
Wits
might
is a
drop
little
the ice
ingenious
fang.
guy. I was doing some testing with him on like showed him we were just doing some practice things, testing like what mechanics work with what, and that Dusclops is nasty for a few matchups.
Evilit, yeah. Now I was also
Usually
gonna
does love,
say,
yeah.
hmm yeah,
Like
that's the
he has that
goat.
thing prepared for like a few specific high tiers, and
Uh,
that thing's nasty. That's what I'm
I'll
saying.
also say AV Scrafty is a demon into most like ice types or
Mm.
like the special ones. It'll just recover all its shit back, so it's not the worst. Like on paper, it looks bad, but
I'm
yeah.
not gonna
One
lie.
f-
If he just
mm.
drops the
Uh,
Ludicolo and just picks up Floatzel, maybe drops the Barraskewda also, yo, and you pick up
for
another
Floatzel,
rain guy, bro. I don't know. It could be, as a matter of fact, he could drop Scrafty, Barraskewda plus Ludi, pick up Floatzel, it fixes half of his problems, and pick up a different fighting type,
that's fair.
and maybe
Why don't
slap
okay.
you
Terra
like
on the Hatterene.
Barracuda?
I would put this like high A low S if this bundle were like an Ogre Paw and a Palofen, like any other water type breaker, like
Oh my
Urshifu.
gosh, Palafin and Rain is a bitch. I fucking hate that
Yeah, like,
shit.
I think like I think a good offensive water is like a good thing to have for a rain team, but
Yeah.
like I don't think Iron Bundle is the one you want.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you don't want to click Hydro Pump.
Yeah, because you're just gonna miss it anyways.
For me, the
No.
Iron Bundle when I had it was just an Ice Beam freeze drive spammer. I would never
Well,
No,
Hydro.
no, no, no,
Like
no.
let's
also,
Watch
switch
him
this
be a
into.
demon. Give me a sec. Watch him be a demon and drop Weather Ball on that Iron Bundle.
It doesn't get it.
It doesn't get
It
it.
Does
doesn't
it
get
You
not?
don't know
That's so
ball.
sad.
Yo, I'm
That's
gonna need
so
to clip this
sad.
shit every time this kid doesn't know ball. Oh my god.
Nah, water
okay,
pulse and rain. No, I'm kidding.
Water, pulse, and rain.
Hey, chatters,
like
make sure to follow.
Even a Keldeo I'd rather have. I just like
No,
a big
that's
part of
sad.
bundles
I
value
thought
is
it
just its
did.
speed. But like you
Oh,
don't need speed on rain. You have like three
yeah.
Swift Swim guys usually.
Yeah, Black Flame, we
Yeah,
said your team was yeah, you're gonna see in like a second how bad we think
Yeah.
your team is.
I said you're at
Um
the bottom. I'm sorry.
yeah. It's
Anyway,
not, it's a team. Yeah. Anyways, I think after further analysis, we're dropping this shit in A. But like middle of A.
yeah.
I think it's B, but if you
B
guys
is
want to hit a
crazy.
spot.
Rank can never be that bad.
Yeah,
It's always
I'm
gonna be
it's
sorry.
bad.
really hard to be like a
And
bad
and
team.
it's and I'm sorry. I'm ranking relative to like what everyone else has drafted, and this into everybody else's draft completely shits on it. Like the only
Yeah.
person that has weather here is me, and I have fucking snow. I have
Oh,
the snow snider. That's it.
yo,
What about
like
Sandspit?
Nobody.
What's his face?
Oh, Sandaconda,
Santa
the goat.
Anaconda,
Conda.
yeah.
That is
Yeah,
I
getting
forgot about
yeah,
him.
cooked on
bro.
the
Yeah,
Steam.
the no Terra Sandaconda. Who's gonna
That's
sand spit?
yeah, it's doing utility umbrella though.
Chat, we're
My
trolling.
boy,
But okay,
don't
let's
do
look at
my
the final
golden
tiers.
good.
Do we agree with this?
Yeah, I don't even want to adjust it. This looks like, in my mind, this looks perfect. I think.
I think it does too. Damn.
Yeah.
I honestly did not think my team would play so highly.
Hmm. I think there's more better teams on average in Hatterene than GMAX. Let me double check that.
Oh, there definitely is though. There definitely is.
Let me peep.
Honestly,
Yeah. What? No, I lied. There.
nah, no, no, no. I think because we took out the whole D tier from fucking D Max from fucking G Max, bro. Like,
That's true.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, but
But
overall,
we're still better. Okay.
shut the fuck up,
I'm
bro.
just kidding. Well,
I think like on the baseline though, like the really good teams on in Hatterene are like really fucking broken. I think all of them
yeah.
force a lot of prep and they're definitely like a headache to prep for. So
Hmm.
um,
Will
I will
Zekrom
say
be the
that.
last dip? Yes, sir.
Yes,
It will
sir.
be. It will be there.
We will
Should be
be
fun.
there. Catch
That was fun though. I had
us.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right, guys. I would like to say it
If
was
you
a
guys want
pleasure
to
to
drop
stream
anything in the
again. Make
comments,
sure to
yeah,
follow. Make sure to follow the stream. I'm gonna be doing our weekly recaps actually, at least for
and get the
Hatterene
numbers up.
Division.
Yeah.
So every like Sunday I'll probably be streaming my opinions on like
Hatchrim's
the
will be Friday.
matches.
Yeah,
Huh? Yeah.
Friday will be
Uh,
Hatchrim.
Friday will be Hatcham. Um, we should drop this tier list.
Uh-huh.
Download image.
Um, and if you guys want, I can drop the division team sheets that I make. Is that like the one with like the that displays the speed tiers and the hazards and stuff? I could drop those as well if you guys want those. But
Do
if
you
you
have
guys
it for
have
the
any
other
like,
divisions?
I only have it for GMAX and Hatterene because I've been making them as I go. Uh,
Did you not
but
like do the code thing for the I gave you last season?
oh, that's a good
Plug
point.
it in
I
there,
haven't.
and then you got a quick speed tier thing.
Yeah, but I think this is fine, like the format we have right now. But if you guys do have any like recommendations, just like drop them in my DMs and I'll look at it. You guys
Yeah.
want to do that? That's all.
Anyways.
I'll see y'all later.
Well,
See you.
yeah.